minutes and 20 seconds.
All right.
While the position is risk-free really here for black, but still it's
You know what? It is a knight of 3 with blunder. Knight of 3 is an absolute blunder. 95 check and you lose. What a move. So he plays G6 instead, not falling for it. Wow. And there it is. We push some more. I mean, he's making this very difficult. Maybe I could just sacrifice knight here and knight E5 anyway. After you take the pawn.
I like that.
Knight here, this is good too. Defending the pawn. And then maybe knight around, sacrificing my knight for the 2 pawns.
Yeah, he wants actually 97 is so nasty move there with white. If it's white move.
97. What is this? Pretty gross. 97. Oh my goodness. That is ridiculous.
You're gonna do it now, but what's a move?
Yeah, that would be great. And then take a draw there. Knight F5, knight down, knight D6 doesn't work. Okay, knight F7, and then we pick off the pawns and a clean draw there. He was winning, then losing, then draw, and what happened? Draw in the first round. Round 1 still going, and that game is a draw.
Saved. What a save. What a save.
What a save. Only 1 game left here in the round. Bro, White Sam is working. Shoot. Sam going crazy here. What move is it?
Knight F7
doesn't really matter.
Knight G6 now.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. I guess he gets something for it, is what he's saying.
Knight G6 next moves to checkmate. Ugh. So that was a game over.
Yikes. Well, round 1 in the books. Round 1.
Wow, what a start of a day. There was quite tense. It was a heavy start for Hikaru, who actually had extra pawn. But then things went so bad for him. He had to play in defense whole game. And in the end game, he managed to... Like, you know, when you draw this kind of end game, you kind of feel that you won the game, right? And you have like this spirit that you got a victory.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially when you have problems like that, it's good to salvage the draw. Ooh, he was molding a little bit, then got it back. It was -4 at one point. And he finally got back. Is these games going right now? Is this round 2 starting? Oh, there's still games, it looks like. If this is interesting. Yeah, this is still going on. Okay, maybe it's not the end of round 1. Some games popped up here.
All right, White is having here big advantage, winning position, 2 many extra pawns, 3 extra pawns, active king, the same color bishop.
Yeah,
and that's not so tough.
Done.
All right.
There's also mating ideas with like check and almost rook h8. The king has to move first, obviously.
Oof. If you take that, I'm going to take your bishop, and it was a game over.
Game over. Game over. This is big fish. G4 is almost mate. King F2 defending. E4 takes. Rook E7 possible.
Right.
You gotta be careful. Whoa, hold on, that was a check. You gotta be real careful here. Rook check, knight check, but then you're in a pin. Wow.
King somewhere. King should go somewhere. King on
he on a mission with his king.
And now just give Rook F3 now.
Earth.
Rook F3.
Get this king walk. Oh, he just stepped out of the way. Very nice. A5. Look how fast he's moving. Oh, he has no time. That's why, I mean, there's no increment. Yikes. Mate on board.
Ooh,
mate
nice.
on board. Good mate there. 2 games left, it looks like, for sure this time. Check. Bishop E2. That was going to be Queen D4. Yeah, this is just losing. I mean, you can still go exactly. Queen D4. Takes. Wow, interesting. This is...
White's king is too active.
Wow,
it's too active.
Crazy. He went for the... I mean, I thought the same thing. Queen D4 should do it.
13 seconds. I see plug in here.
It's all about the time. It is all about the time at this point. Oh,
right. Oh, there's a blunder. C7.
Oh, he missed. He missed. Oh, my goodness. Time gets him all. Time gets him. Sheesh, that hurts. Andreykin about to go down here. 4 seconds. Now it's just all pre-moves. That's a wrap. He knows this is over.
And black is just getting all the pawns to secure here. And let's draw. Yeah. Queen.
So Andreykin going down in this game. Checkmate on board. Alan taking down. That's a good one. Andreykin is so strong. Take him. I mean, he was winning every week. At one point, I think he probably won 2 weeks in a row, RCC, something like that. Andreykin was on fire at one point here. So taking him down the first round there is very big game there. What happened? This might win this. This is black winning. Very nice. Very nice there. It looks like that's the end of round 1. Are there any games left? That
You
should
know,
be
this tournament is so long. Those players who lost the first round or made a draw, they have a good chance to catch up anyway for the last rounds
right.
with these leaders, because every round the opponents are so tough. You don't have easy round here. All the game you're gonna play against grandmasters, so that's gonna be a very tough competition indeed.
Absolutely. Tough competition. Hans on one. I mean, a lot of people on one right now. Hans, Jeffrey Zhang, we got Sam, Savian, Bortnik. Right. And of course, this is only round one. Lots of things can happen. You can take an L in round one and win the next 8 and still even take the whole thing, right? Depending on the rest of the field, obviously. But
Right. Jeffrey said, yeah, I think yesterday he admitted that once or twice he won the end game Rook versus Rook in this kind of format when there was no increment and he flagged his opponent.
I mean, I think we remember Kramnik had the a long post on his chess.com profile about having that. You know, it's tough getting flagged like that in positions where they're supposed to be drawn. I understand the pain there, but of course, there's a lot of money on the line here, and it is part of the game. In fact, there's nothing against the rules there. It is part of the game.
That's the rule. You cannot do anything against it. And we have second round already starting. And we have Anton Denchenko, the name that we know from online chess competitions here in chess.com. He plays a lot of tournaments. And Jeffrey, is that Jeffrey?
Yeah, that's Chef Jeff. That's what we like. I call him Chef Jeff. Exactly. Okay. Jeffrey Zhang here, the young phenom, absolutely took the World Open, I think that was. World Open in 2020, maybe 2021, something like that. But recently took the World Open at one point and won. Very nice stuff. Maybe it's 2019, but very strong, as we all know, and does commentary too as well. Shout out to Jeffrey being here. So we have what looks like some Italian game. Choco Piano, yeah. Let's see, 45, Bishop G5, Bishop G5. That one is a different one. This was not played a lot. So usually used to C3. Bishop G5 isn't played as much. The bishop is kind of locked in the box a little bit. That's why we don't like it. You can see this from the Capablanca Winter game, if you guys even know what that game is. Where the bishop gets locked in right here, G5 in an endgame. And the bishop stays here the entire game, and Capablanca was able to just clean up the game in an endgame there. Very good understanding. His bishop's terrible, right? So you're going to try to keep it like that.
Right. White wishes to trade this bishop for anything would be just fine. And Black managed to push F5. Last moves with King H8, Knight H7 was clearly giving us the directions that he was going to play F5. At the moment F5 is played, now Black can set up very nice kingside attack. Can play Queen D7 and try to look for H7, H3 pawn, or can play Knight to G5 to trade the knight, and then to bring more and more pieces on the board. And here we go, Knight G5 has been played. After taking on G5, probably bishop will take back.
Absolutely.
And then Queen D7, Knight E7, Knight G6, this kind of maneuvering there is quite tempting here for Black.
On pre-move there from Jeffrey, bishop takes G5. Now we have to figure out what to do with the rest of our pieces. As you mentioned, Knight E7 is a very nice plan. Maybe getting rid of this annoying knight. Knight E7 over to G6, also in preparation of C6. Black to move.
Black to move. Yeah, Knight E7 looks to move to be placed just to connect these rooks, or Knight E7, and then you can take with the queen back. That's another option. Oh, there is also this way, Knight D7 and Queen D7, Knight D8, Knight E6 to bring the knight on F4, and also kicked the white's knight from D5 with C6. That's another possibility.
Excellent plan, Queen's Gambit style here. I think that's a beautiful plan that's overlooked. In fact, Queen D7, Knight D8. The reason is Knight E7, I like the trade, but I don't really like the trade as much. And he goes for it. Problem is that the light square is a little weak, and I did not. I mean, it does. My attack does get weaker as I trade pieces. So Knight E7, Knight takes, Queen takes. I mean, the attack is not as big, but Black is totally fine. And what else can you ask for? Of course, in an opening, out of the opening, is you want an equal position, and you want a position where you at least equalize. And Black has absolutely done that after Knight takes and Queen takes.
Right. He's thinking that's a bit suspicious. Like, I would take this knight right away, because I see that if I don't take the knight and Knight G6 comes, C6 and Knight F4, that's so dangerous. If the knight gets on F4, there will be a lot of sacrifices. Knight G2, Knight H3. Very, very surprised that White is thinking here.
Absolutely. I mean, maybe he's thinking of Knight E3. I mean, or Knight takes E7 in the follow-up, but you can think when you take the knight. Take first, maybe Queen B3. I mean, this is not as fun anymore for White. at all. Knight takes rook e1. Ugh, I'm just not a fan of white's position. If I'm playing white here, I played a4. I got a few weaknesses. I'm trading. I could play b4 too. This is not the greatest. Come back to it, see what happens. Let's move around, see what Sam's doing. Sam, whoa, this is a sharp position. Sharp position. This and this.
Well, he's playing against Salem. Salem is right now competing at the Olympiad, as I know. If I'm wrong, you guys in the chat might know about this. And James, there are a lot of players who just finished the game at the Olympiad, and now they're competing at this Rapid Chess Championship.
So they're in good form. Sharp, look at wait, okay, engine's going nuts. What happened? What happened? 96?
Blunder?
No, knight h something. Knight h5 and be live. My goodness, what a move from a big fella. After you take this, so what's the idea? Queen takes h5? Oh, just rook f6. Oh my goodness. Get him off the board. Gross. And knight f6 is in there too.
Yeah.
Bishop g7. Oh man, that's disgusting. I'm just gonna take it. And then rook f7 is possible, but no, it's not ready yet. It's just the fact that you got your kings here. It's pretty ugly. It's pretty bad. And then rook f6 anyway.
Right. Can play rook f6.
There's so much here.
Knight h5 came out of nowhere. Like, how could you see that was coming?
Sam is not happy about that one. It went to -5 or plus 5.9, which is a rook and a pawn, basically, after knight h5. And I'm not down a rook and a pawn, says Sam. That's pretty tough. That's pretty tough. Move around, see what Hans is doing. Oh, wait, we got to move. Let's go back. He moves very quickly there. We got to see what happens. Okay, knight d7. All right.
Knight d7.
Knight f6.
It's not loved by the engine. You can also play rook f6 there. Just do it now. If you take me, I will be very happy.
Yeah, you can do whatever. Rook f6 or knight f6. Maybe even e5. No, I'm good there.
Right. Wow. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad position for like there's a lot of options here for white. And he goes with knight f6, just decides to get it with the rook. And how can we get this queen somewhere nice? Queen e1, queen h4.
d6 he's going to take. I think he's going to take the double. He's going to take both the rooks there. Absolutely. 100%. Bishop a4. I mean, b5, he gets a pawn. Oh, he plays bishop b5. Really? You can get away with this? How is this even possible? Rook c6.
Can we trade and push d6 at some point?
Absolutely, but rook d7, and then maybe just e5. I guess you just steamroll them with the pawns. There's no like super crush here. I mean, engine's like +7. That's disrespectful. Like it's crazy. +7 here. Bishop takes d6, rook d7, and e5. It's possible. He takes. Queen f3.
Queen f3. Ooh, f7. How are you going to guard that one?
Oh man, that's really nasty now after d6. Rook f8.
Yeah, rook f8 you can play, but then
d6, rook d7.
Yeah, just like that. Or e5, e5, e6, right there. D5 pawn is guarded, so
you are. Come on now. E5 and d5.
E5 in a6 can be pretty much the pre-move. You can't even touch the rook f6. Like bishop g7 is the move you can ignore easily. E6, if you take this rook queen f6, then there's a checkmate on the back ranks, on the dark squares. Yeah.
Yeah, this is just beautiful, guys. Beautiful, guys. Sam is in a lot of trouble here. Sam's definitely about to go down in that one. Did not see him coming back from there. Let's see what Hans is doing. Hans is. Okay, 3-4-5, 3-4-5. Everything is even. 2 rooks. Pressure on c6. Equal.
Yeah, this is quite equal position. Sometimes these kind of positions can cost you a lot of time because you don't know. Like they're not. This is not a rich game, rich position where you have a lot of ideas, and this can cost you a lot of time. So, why to move? Something like a5, a6, I would push this pawn if I don't see much, to have the pawn on the 6th rank, and then to go after a7 pawn.
And then just push. Very nice plan. What do you even do, right? a5, a6. What is black doing? Maybe a rook g6 is kind of annoying, and knight f5. But definitely working. Interesting.
Oh, that's a very nice idea, actually, to start the king side attack.
Oh, yeah.
All the black pieces are...
all
Yeah.
day. Knight f5, double the rooks, and hitting e3. I mean, how do you even like what do you do? This is a threat.
Bishop
This is a real threat.
D2, I
Are you
guess.
kidding me? Bishop D2, right? Rook E2 here? What happened? In a
And
moment's
also
notice.
D4 pawn is hanging T.
Oh my goodness. Queen
Yeah.
B3.
Oh, white is offering for a queen trade.
But he's also losing a pawn. I guess he's saying, all right, whatever, take the pawn. And I'm going to go rook B7. Are you going to trade? I mean, you are offering a pawn. I am getting that. Takes, knight takes E3. Obviously takes back. Rook takes E3 there. Probably not.
Right, I don't see their compensation though for this pawn.
Probably not enough.
Oh, we're gonna see that happening. Rook trade and rook C1 now going after C6 pawn.
Yeah. Yeah, black's up a pawn, but like Hans is like, yeah, you're up a pawn, but it's not enough. You won't be able to beat me, says Hans, or try to beat me. Rook takes his bishop G3, I think, with nasty threats at mate, and then rook takes A4.
And with the passed pawn on A file, rook and the bishop are very strong pieces. They can control all the squares and push this pawn way forward.
All the way down, and queen. Very nice. Very nice. Hans may be in a slight trouble, of course, as you can see. And he's like, yeah, you know, I'm down a pawn, but try to beat me. Rook takes C6, runs into bishop G3, as we talked about before here. He's on the wrong end of this end game here. Not looking good. He probably did lost now. What, really? Man, are you kidding? Hold on. Oh my goodness. What is this? Hikaru having a bad day. Hikaru, wow. First, well, he had a draw. He had a draw in the first round, but dang, what happened here? Okay, let's start from the beginning. Oh, he played a Dutch. Well, you know, okay. I mean, only
okay, things can go in that wrong in Dutch.
Yeah, he has some great games in Dutch, but you also can have some very bad games. What did how did I don't understand.
Wait. If I take rook D5, there's rook D5 there. If you take bishop E5,
we gotta show
D5.
this. Hikaru missed this too. But look at this. Look how strong rook D5 chat. Are you kidding me? That's disgusting. This is a family channel. Rook D5, right? This is, I mean, takes, bishop takes, and then king here, and then bishop takes D5.
Bishop takes, yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
it's a checkmate. No, it's not checkmate, but you're losing a lot.
Yeah, it's losing. Exactly. So much material. Pieces aren't developed. Absolutely disgusting. So, of course, the rest of the game, he's just down that pawn there and got hit. Oh my good. Hit him with haymakers. You see this? Hit him with another one. Boom. Taking this man all like this is relentless. This guy really wanted to take Hikaru's head off here today. It looks like white. Hikaru's playing white, bro. It takes. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's too many pieces now. It's too many pieces.
Hold on, bro. Let me get this off the screen, man. This is we can't watch this. We can't see no more of this one. Oh my goodness, Jeffrey, what's going on? 3, 4,
what is
5,
happening?
3, 6, 3, 4, 5. Anton Demchenko. I like this bishop, Catalan wise, kind of like a Catalan bishop.
I kind of like white's king is so safe there with his double pawns.
Yeah,
it gives you some chances to play on the other side of the board.
Absolutely. Of course, rook f6, rook g6 is too much. We can always play g4. He takes on b5. So maybe
I thought he would
b1.
Push d5 first, d5 and then to take, because
probably the issue is the bishop being blocked after bishop d7.
Yeah.
Taking and bishop takes. But it's still very playable. I mean, e6 is weak. The d6 pawn is holding. I like it. Definitely playable.
Yeah. Okay. He took on b5, and if queen takes back, then rook b1, and rook can take the pawn on b7.
On b7. Wonder where the queen even goes first. Maybe back. Then rook takes b7. Yeah, I mean a5. I don't know. Well, rook, yeah, it's interesting.
Rook b6, rook e1. B6, something like you can chase this pawn and the bishop. Yeah.
Man. Wow. All right, we got to go back to the Hikaru game. We just got to see if he finished it. Yeah, it looked like he's done there. I don't even see the name down there. Yeah, Vukar. Yeah, he's in. He won. It's clear. He won the game. Hikaru's starting it off to a bad start, actually. That's very, very surprising, to say the least.
Right here we see his smile and his handshake. He can't believe it. He can't believe this final game was a lot of blunders you don't expect happening from Hikaru.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he came in number one, and he is far from it right now after a half out of two, which is, I mean, that's a great result for a lot of people. Like, I'm not, if I'm facing this field, like you got to draw and you lose a game. Like these guys are monsters. You're fine, but Hikaru here is disastrous right now. So we do really need to pick it up, says Hikaru. We got to be better. He has to. I mean, you got to win the next 7 in a row.
Oh, he's so capable for that. I actually expect him winning the this next round and see him on the first boards again. But to be honest, it's a quite difficult competition because these guys are hungry to play the games and also get the maximum Grand Prix points here. Every Grand Prix point means a lot. Teams then it means that you get more Grand Prix points, you get more money, and you also have a chance to qualify to the finals, which will be very soon, and we will know who will be top 12 players will get the rights to play to the in the finals. What is this game?
This game with Hans, this was the Hans game where he was like, yeah, I'm down a pawn. And he got that pawn all the way down here, and now he's just losing. Did he just check and takes? Is that just winning? What about, wait, check, king f4, g5. Check, king d5. Oh, check here. King f3, I don't understand.
And then rook d5, I guess, too. Rook d5?
5.
No. Yeah, you're just winning d7 pawn. I think that's the point here.
Right, and then keys, they can go there. Interesting. Just trying to figure it out here.
I think rook d5 is bishop b6 controls the d8 square. Oh, he goes h5. No, you're kidding. And now rook d.
Knight g4? That was with the tempo, my guy. I mean, yeah, now you gotta kind of take that way, right?
King g5. Can I do that? King g5.
Checking that 5. Yeah. But then knight d3. This is strange. But then rook f4. What on earth is happening? Rook f4.
But you can't take the bishop rook on e3 because then pawn will promote to d8
promotes, right? So we can't take on e3. He plays king f5. Rook e5. Check. King up. No mates. Oh, it's so close. Like h4, rook g5. But the king runs. He goes back down with a knight e5 check. -6 here.
f6 controls e5 square. Beautiful. And this d7 pawn is gone.
Yeah. And the d7 pawn is gone. And you can hit the resi button here, my guy. Rook e7. Whoa, I felt like he gave it up, but he didn't. Man, fast from Kirill.
Oh, look at this. If you take on d7, you were losing a rook. Wow, this is not over yet.
How fast he did that, too. Accurate. Fast. Quick. Okay, under a minute, though. So this is now bullet chess. Well, maybe at a minute now. Bullet chess here with no increment. Anything can actually happen at this point. Even though there's no pawns. There's no pawns. Okay, that was a good job. That was a good job there. But he is under a minute still.
Well, if white somehow gets the f6 pawn off the board, maybe he can try his best to sacrifice the knight for the pawn. But it's gonna be tough work here for white.
Very tough work.
He has more time though on the clock. He has way more time on the clock.
Check. Look at this. Look at this, right? How is it 1.6, right? Check.
Draw?
You want to draw, bro? Rook takes f5? Do we have a draw here, says Hans, because of the time. Time is a piece, guys. You have to use your time. It's the same as the 16 pieces that you have on the board. If you don't have the time, you can't win the game. A lot of times. Man, not that you can't. But I mean, look at this. It's so much harder than what it was now.
It's it's harder to play with black.
Wow, -7.
It's a blunder. Because rook e2 is a pretty much like pre-move.
That's a huge blunder. Apparently. Ooh, that's a nice. He's dominating the knight. He takes it. Is it draw? Do we just go back here and we fill the door? King d3, then fill the door. But if he goes up, okay, some type of
go back. He knows that.
This is annoying. Check in here, but he goes there. How do we draw this? Check.
Just rook a8.
Yeah, just go back and forth, and then we can go rook b1 and come back. We're in time. Oh, this
Yeah,
is
you just
we're
wait
here.
here. You just
Oh my goodness.
it's a draw.
Theoretical. We good. We home, big fella. Hans made it to the
Yeah.
motherland. He's here.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Rook
This is a book
A8.
draw. Book
Let's
draw here,
go.
guys. Absolute from the book.
Wow,
Wow.
nicely played. Nicely played.
Man, Hans saves a draw.
He stole the draw. It was so
He
losing.
stole that,
Actually.
boy. He
Yeah.
definitely stole that one. He definitely stole that draw there. Wow. Good stuff,
Nice,
Hans.
nice.
Good stuff. He got away. He got away in that one. And Hans takes a draw. Let's check out. Yeah, that Hikaru game was brutal. Sheesh. It was 8 seconds here. They are on the increment. Anton is. Wait, what? Oh, okay. Something happened. Black won by resignation. Oh, yeah. This
Was a
happened
D5,
to,
yeah, winning a rook.
yeah, winning the rook. This happened in an over-the-board game. Jan Pomniachtchi versus versus Vichy, I think, a long time ago. This was like on camera, something like that happened before. Somebody blundered.
There was a blunder or something, yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
And this ended in a draw? Was it a draw? Or black one?
Actually, yeah, Bortnik with the flag there. Bortnik with a flag, he wins on time. Round 2 is over, and round 3 is starting very soon, momentarily here. Christopher 2 with 2. Wow, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with 2.
Never happened, actually, for this type of events, like online events, to have 100% scored players after 2 rounds. That is like crazy.
Yeah, this is interesting. As you see, 1.5, we got some 1.5s, lots of those, and then 1s, and then the halves. Hikaru at the bottom there with half out of 2, but higher than the people that lost both. Game should be starting momentarily.
Right. We have also Grishuk in the lineup. I also see 13th number right now, and a lot of people in our chat was very happy to see him playing the competition, and would be also happy to see some of his games and also to see him on camera, because it's Grishuk and we just love his chess content for sure. But he's doing not so good. He has 1 point. I think he lost 1 and he won another.
All right, 1-1 with of course we have these other rounds to go. If you keep winning, you'll do good, but if you don't and you take another ale, it could be very, very bad for you, as these guys at the top are not slowing down. I mean, you see Jeffrey Bortnik on 2, right, and Salim here on 2 as well. Jan Pomniachtchi, this is a big game for him. Playing Jan, this is the old lines I used to like. I used to play this way: knight c6, d6, knight a5, bishop a6, and we just bullied the c4 pawn.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
And rook c8 then sometimes, if you want, you can also open up the c file.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love this Nimzo from Black's point of view here. This Nimzo I was not the biggest fan of with the white pieces because of that plan. I mean, you just bully it. And what white does is bishop d3 and queen e2, knight h3, knight f2. It's the same thing.
Yeah. Right. And also at some point you have to just close the center. Otherwise, if black gets the rook on c file and then takes the pawn on d4, you can say goodbye to your c4 pawn, and the c4 pawn goes down. Your center also just goes down too. He goes e5. Actually, in some of the lines you play with d6, you don't allow e5 to happen, so black was not actually afraid here.
Yeah, I have seen that before with the d6 line. Yeah, he wasn't afraid here. Roman Gingiashvili here actually does play he has some lines with this knight g8, knight to e7. But yeah, d6 I'm more used to seeing, because now he has f4. He does have the space. He does have the nice space, even though we can bully this pawn. But I mean, now we could just play bishop d3, queen e2, and knight d2, and then try to bully you over here. There he goes. He's going for it.
He's going for it.
Oh, but you have to watch out for takes and knight b3. I forgot. Yeah, this was tricky. Gotta remember this from the black side. Like even queen e2 runs into, if you move the knight after d2. Oh, but never mind. We have knight b3. The knight covers
knight b3,
b3.
yeah.
Yeah, we cover it. But sometimes you have to worry about takes and knight b3 coming back to d4. It's very interesting.
Right. There's queen a4 move here to stop this pieces.
A4, correct. Actually, in this line with queen a4, we go queen c8, queen c6. It's a very nice plan. And we trade off. Right. It's so nice, right? It's so nice from the black side. So I'm not a fan from white side here because of this. This plan is like well tested for a long time. Queen a4, queen c8, queen c6. You trade the pawn on, and we bully the pawn. If he doesn't get the mate off, like, this is very bad for white.
Yep, Nepo on the screen right now with his face, as he usually has, like, he's very confused. He surely knows what is happening. He surely remembers it.
Right. That's so funny because he always looks like he's confused. Like, I didn't see that. What's going on?
I don't know what's happening here.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
But yeah, sometimes when I see him playing, I really wish to know what he's thinking. Like, just listen a little bit what he's thinking.
Absolutely. We would all like to listen in, especially as he has the world championship to prep for against Ding Laurent. Definitely like to hear that.
That's gonna be a lot of interesting games, and you cannot predict anything for that match. That's for sure.
We have no idea what's going to happen there. Queen takes it now. Black's just up a pawn, you know. Black is up the pawn. There we go. He's up a pawn. We'll come back to it and see what's going on. Chef Jeffrey X here. Playing with the white pieces. This looks like some type of London. Who is this? Oh, it's a Nimzo. Another Nimzo.
Yeah, Ragozin type of position when you don't take the knight on f6. And in these positions, it's quite interesting as Black is pushing on the spin. And he has some ideas. Queen a5, sometimes g5, knight e4, g4 as well. So knight d2.
Which is why he stopped it. Knight d2. Bishop takes, and queen takes a2. He takes the pawn, and queen to c1 to defend, with maybe a bishop d3 to b1 in some cases, and castle.
Rook a3 was a big trade there to drop the queen. It's just, if you forget that, I can get your queen.
Get your queen. So he gets about there, hit the bishop. Bishop back to g3.
Right. Oh, he's thinking here.
White. I actually like white's position. I'm not going to lie. Bishop g3. Bishop comes to d6. Like, what are you actually doing with Black? What is this knight doing here? Like, this does not feel right. D4, that was good. You need some play. You need some play now. And
how about rook c4 here?
Rook c4, queen c6, takes, rook e8. It's still a little risky for white, but I do like it.
I'm thinking to take on d4 with a rook, so I can give you c5 pawn, but then I will get just
takes, and bishop d6 is nice afterwards. Can't even take this. Can you actually take this? Oh, there's knight d3. You can't take it. Yikes. Knight d3 check. He didn't take it though. Knight c5, bishop. Maybe he didn't like rook c4. That was the idea.
Oh,
man, there's a lot of tactics here. And this
is a lot of
position.
tactics.
Oh my goodness. You have to be so sharp. Rook d6, no good. d4, strange.
There's also bishop. If you bring this bishop from f1 and anywhere, then you drop g2 pawn. So you have to be careful with that too.
You're right. So you might have to go bishop e2 actually. With that might be a move actually. Bishop e2 takes bishop f. That's play. There it is from Jeffrey. Bishop e2 and bishop f3 with the next idea. Yeah, pawn takes, but he can still take this. And then bishop f3, I sidestep. Whoa. Really?
Knight takes.
Oh, knight
d3.
The same tactic. Man, there's so many tactics. Just get the king out the way, bro. Exactly. You know what? Just get the king out the way. I'm tired of this. Bishop f3 now is got to be played. Wow, way to get out of this. So that was nice, Christopher. Very nice way. Everything's developed now. Rooks are connected. Queen c8.
Right. Is he thinking to do something with knight to e4, or is it just a blunder? I'm struggling to calculate knight c to e4 to trade the queens and keep the piece on e4. Yeah. If I'm not losing, am I losing that one?
I think I just take it. I think I just take. And if knight takes, queen takes c6. And bishop takes. Okay. So close. It's so close. It is tricky though. Very tricky.
Yeah.
Tricky. Bishop f3. He's thinking queen c8. He hasn't played yet, so something's wrong with it apparently because he's not played it yet. Maybe he doesn't like it. What else can you play? Is there a problem with queen c8?
Oh, you can just bring this queen on e6 too, as the b7 bishop is guarded by the knight, and you just have this queen active. Let the rooks to be connected.
Right, keeps the rooks connected here. Takes. Queen c7, knight back to c5. Queen e6 played, very nice. Queen e6 played.
Yeah, out of the opening, I don't think actually white got too much here. There is a per bishop advantage, but it will be traded next move. Well, it's not bad position. I don't say it's bad position for white, but black solved the problem here. Black solved the light square bishop problem, and also black's pieces are developed.
That's right. I mean, I believe it is equal here, as the engine says, absolutely equal. I mean, just saying 0.1. I do believe equal here and equal. Let's go back. Let me see any other games. The Slim game. Whoa, the king on f7. Jan out here getting it worked. What happened? What happened in a few moves? We thought everything was all good, and then he hit him with something nasty. Knight g3, knight h5. There's something with, you remember he did this in the other game? Like his knight on h5 with Sam?
Yeah, there was a crazy sacrifice.
Right, and now he has another knight on h5. He has something with these knights on h5 today. Bishop a3, beautiful play. Oh my goodness. f5, really disrespectful.
This three times is hanging. This pawn is hanging 3 times. No, actually, knight is pinned there, but nice.
I mean, come on, bro. Wow, e6. Yo, what an attack! Who's playing for the World Championship? Takes rook e1 and knight f4. Oh my goodness, this was beautiful. So what if I just take this? I mean, he's trying to figure out what to do. You also have bishop takes e7
go
first.
For it.
Queen takes.
You can take with the knight as well if you want, or you can just take the. Yeah,
this is over. He took with the knight.
I mean, take the knight next move, and then you can just move the knight away.
You also have bishop takes, rook takes f5, queen takes. It depends on what he plays, obviously. If queen takes, you have takes and take on d5, king e8, knight g7. Oh my goodness, there's so many arrows, right? This is ridiculous. Queen d7, maybe bishop takes, queen takes, moving the knight. We don't have any good knight moves, I think. But rook takes looks good. It may not be enough though. It may not be enough. Yeah, it may not. It's close. You see, it's still +2 here. It may not be enough.
There's knight f6, queen f6, and then king
takes, and
king g6 or something.
F1. Like, what is going on? What is going on? All right, let's see what happened. The move is queen d7 is on the board. I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, but I would obviously, because this is my first thing to calculate. I love to sacrifice something.
How about knight g5 first? Knight g5 here, and then.
Let's mention that. Yeah, and he gets the queen now, and he gets it. But this is, I mean, this isn't that easy. You
wanted more from this position, but I think queen and rook together, that's just too much power. Like now you take g5 pawn, or you get queen a7.
I think queen here is good. But what do we do next? I guess we just move the rook over. I mean, this is hard still. I lost the game against Antipov. I was up. I had the queen, 2 pawns versus the rook, knight, and some pawns. It was a hard game. Obviously, 2600 GM. Couldn't not figure it out, but I couldn't win the game there. But this was a hard position to play. Very hard, especially with these pawns here too. He's just moving the queen around. I understand. We got to get away. We got to get in there. Take this pawn.
And you see the evil bar just drops down. There's an extra queen on the board, but the evil bar is in the middle, says it's equal. So that's a bit strange situation. But they don't know what's the evil bar says. And here with this king on f6 without queen on the board, I think Jan might not be happy.
Weirdly enough, I think I'm gonna take black here. I think I'm gonna take black. I am, because of the 2 rooks. And the I don't know what to do with white. You had a very bad experience, I think. If you lost that game, you just yeah, and it definitely hurt, bro. It definitely hurt. The queen is trapped. The queen is trapped. I can't move my queen with white now. H4? You have to, H4. H4. At least I can get out this route and then take on G4. He's not careful, but these rooks get a little active. E2 and put the knight here, and we got a different story here. We got a different story. Double the rooks on the file with a smile. It ain't gonna be looking good for white. But H4 is definitely a move. 2 minutes almost for Salem with no. There's also some tricky move like knight e3, hit the rook, and then f5 and knight f5 to drop the queen on the board. G4, rook f5. Woo! Jeez. Don't block with your face. F4 probably has to be played. How do you even stop this? Rook f5 is a move, boy. I think 93 here. Oh, yeah, 93 is beautiful, right? 93. And rook f3, then f4, maybe. Lock it in. Rook b1 then to hit on b6 pawn to win some time there. I like it. Rook b1, win some time, tempo. 93, and that is not a move apparently. +3. Rook B1.
Oh wait,
That's
what's
not a
going
move.
on?
Like something is really bad about that. Is it pawn takes? No, that can't be it. He did. He went Rook C1.
Pawn takes is a good move.
Yeah, pawn takes, knight takes, H4 steal. He went Rook C1. That's an interesting one. I guess if Rook here, he wants to have access to C7. I like that idea. I like that. And then Rook E7, Rook checks. He's gonna take a draw. Maybe you take a draw.
Although after H4, you just
wow, nice C4. Now we just take. You're king in the middle of the street, bro. H4. Wow.
H4. No.
This man's a monster.
Even the queen is trapped there on H6, but it's extra. It's extra.
Bro, he's so strong. What is this? H4 pawn takes. I'm assuming G5. Is that what he wants? And then take. And then what?
Take on G6 and F5 then.
We take both.
And then D5 is also hanging, so.
Checky pool, what to do? Appreciate it. And it doesn't work yet. G6. And now we have freedom of the pieces. So this worked out. I mean, what a breakthrough. I don't know. This is still a little scary. Accuracy is definitely involved. Boy, you need to be very accurate in everything.
Right. I would play King H1 here just to step aside. There's no check.
Right. Yeah, no check.
G7. Right. He's not afraid of that, actually. Rook G3, Rook G7.
Wait, what? What? Oh, Queen F6.
Queen F6. Yeah,
Queen F6. Queen F6. Rook
well, here
nothing.
like one wrong move can cost quite a lot because the king is almost checkmated there.
Yeah, he's playing with 2 pieces now.
Right.
Wow, man, way to come back there.
Tough.
That was beautiful. Beautiful attack. That man is a vicious attacker. Bortnick on 3, by the way. Bortnick is 3 out of 3, feeling it today. He's definitely feeling it. Definitely feeling it. 1.5 out of 2. Hans there. We got some games left. Check.
Check and G.
Yeah.
Actually, you can play G8 right away.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Why can't we? Oh, yeah. He just takes, right?
Yeah, obviously. 2 rooks. But you can play Queen E7.
Queen F7.
Queen F7 is the move.
And then King where? Maybe just go back. It's still not over yet. Like he's still.
Can we play Rook G1 here somewhere? Rook G1 to trade the rooks?
Right, Rook H3 and then check, but then King F2. Yeah, and then that should be fine. I think Rook G1 fine. Should Rook H3, King up, and just run around. We still queen anyway.
So tough game, really, for White. White has
and queen. Oh, that's a resi button. Yeah, you can just hit the button. Hit the button, bro. There we go. There it is.
Resignation.
Oh, yep. That's a wrap. Good game. That was beautiful attack from man. Sailing there, snap. 3 out of 3. He's going off right now. How many games do we have left? Hans is still playing. Hans in another in game. He's got a lot of in games. White to move.
Probably worked on the end games lately. This is a bad move. Not bishop because of bishop e3, but I think f7 king e5 was the move there. F7 and king e5 king d6
I was trying to figure out what that was. Yeah. Oh, back here, f7.
Yeah.
And
king d7.
And then takes,
and king d6
and get in there. Okay, Ketty been doing her in games, guys.
Hans, you should do better. Come on.
Go back to Devoretsky chapter 4, bro.
Yeah. The better homeworks.
Mr. E3.
Well, no, you
repeat. Yeah, they repeated that boy out.
Yeah.
That boy.
He couldn't do the same, right? He couldn't do the same because then the knight was more active there.
Yeah, knight was more active. Absolutely. Took a draw. I mean, not bad. Here's Hikaru. Let's see what's going on. Okay, this is more like it. Hikaru winning, right? Hikaru winning the game.
Maxim
Matlakov. Finish this out. Matlakov, yeah. Where is he from? He's from Scotland. Nice.
Maxim Matlakov is
pussy outside. Yeah, there it is. And
it's not from Scotland.
Oh, he's not. No, he got the Scotland flag up here. I'm like, oh, okay, Scotland. No, I'm not. I just got the flag. Okay, all right, cool, bro. Yeah, cool.
He's not. But yeah, the position is very difficult for him. His flag cannot save here, indeed.
Yeah, this is over. He stopped all the counterplay with Queen A2. And we'll be pushing the pawn through.
Yeah, push the pawn. King H7, King H4 is also there.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, that's the first win, in fact, for Hikaru. This is round 3, and before the first break for the players, he won the game. So
that sounds crazy. You said, "Wow, first win in Hikaru after 3 rounds." When do you ever say that, right? I was like, foreign language there. It's crazy.
Lifetime opportunity.
Right. Lifetime.
All right, what's happening in here? White has a pawn on A7. But this pawn is not that strong, as Rook is not supporting him from behind, and Black can actually make a draw here, but I think Black is the one who tries to win.
Absolutely. Of course, Black is trying to win here, of course, as we got this siren going off, guys. That's for the chess games every year, every day. We got sirens to go off for the chess games. You can hear it in the background. So
what is that for?
Yeah, it's for when chess games get crazy. We get sirens.
I got fireworks sometimes in my neighborhood.
Interesting. Yeah, something's going on. Medic somewhere. Okay, draw by repetition. Rishik got it. All right. And Timur Gureyev, shout out to him. Strong player, very strong, crushing Demchenko actually. Bishop takes, Rook takes. Interesting.
Oh, Bishop pins the Rook pins the Bishop now. Oh, that's beautiful. Bishop C5
wait
here.
Wait a second. Yeah, I was about to say, is it? I looked at this. Oh, you just take on B6? But what if he moves the king?
Now, F6 is another move now, because if you take on B6, I take Rook B6, and the moment you take it back, then 97 wins the queen.
Man, 97. Did you do your tactics today? Did you do
Queen D5?
Yeah, I did do mine today. Queen D5.
I recorded so many daily puzzles. My brain is like...
Brain is melting from puzzles.
Yeah.
And that's a great one. Great one there.
Game over.
Oh man, game over. And another one here. Misha Nick is next. Misha Nick as well.
Well, this king on G5 is looking so suspicious to me, but there is knight F4 coming, and if White gets knight on F4, there will be checkmate Group G. There we go. There we go.
Black one. Oh, he resigned. Yeah, I mean, we're a timer now. But knight F4 was that. That was it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Those games are over. Round 3. That was it. 3 rounds so far.
3 rounds, and this was the last game. I think we don't have more games, right?
Yeah, no more games. That is the end of the round. Yep.
So that means that the players are having a 3 minutes break, and we guys are going to take a very, very short break. So don't go anywhere, because the action is just starting right now, and we will be back in 3 minutes exactly.
My name is Elwood Dawson. I'm from Chicago.
I'm Secret Blackman.
My name is Roberto Beza, Jr.
And what I want to share is I love tacos. Tacos and chess. So, yeah.
chess program, really, even chess in general, like on the deck, you kind of lose yourself. You don't really think about your case. You learn to think differently. You know, you strategize more. I sometimes come out 7:30 in the morning. I'll probably play until lockup, you know, so it makes my day go by faster.
It's competitive. It's a lot of trash talk. It's crazy, you know, like the chess players, we got our own little circle, you know, and all of us play each other. We talk trash about who be who garbage. Yeah, I never play that dude again. He garbage. I never play him. But yeah, it's real competitive.
Welcome back, everyone. This is a Rapid Chess Championship. And here we are, Katie and James and all the grandmasters you can see on the board. And I think all of them are grandmasters that we are so familiar with: Jeffrey, Zhang, Alexander Krishchuk, Jan Nepomniachtchi, Sam Sevian, Dmitry Andreikin, and Alexei Sarana. All of them, each of them has won the online competition here on Chess.com, and we are so much familiar how they play and what are their strategies also and this style. And to be honest, I still want to see Grishchuk playing on the top of one of the top boards and to see his games. Is he any close to the top?
That's actually fine though.
board?
Yeah, he's actually 1.5 out of 3 right here. So we'll pick him up right now. This is actually a big game for him. What is going on? What did he play?
Is he playing against Hikaru?
He is. Of course, now it's a Dutch. Hikaru playing Dutch every game. Like, oh my goodness. That's so crazy. I mean, wow. He's doing it every time.
Yeah, I wanted to make a joke.
He just don't
if
care
he's
anymore.
playing against Hikaru, but it's not a joke. Actually, these two players are having 50% so far, and they are facing each other. What do you think about Hikaru's Dutch? Does he often plays?
He plays it for a win all the time. He actually has some legendary games over the board, actually, with the Dutch. Growing up, he was very strong with the Dutch, the Leningrad in particular, putting the bishop on G7. Now here, of course, when he played, well, in this one, he couldn't play Leningrad, obviously, because of bishop G5, which is this weird hopped-in attack thing. But, you know, his King's Indian is the same way. When he really needs to go for the wins, he goes for these very, you know, risky openings in a way, which is Dutch and very strong King's Indian. Even his game against, I think, who was that? Gelfand was a legendary game. In King's Indian, right? And if he needs something solid, like he says, he'll go with Carol Khan, E5, which is Berlin, or a Queen's Gambit decline. So he had very, very diverse repertoire.
Oh, he has a lot of main openings, and he feels equally comfortable with all of this. Talking about bishop G5, myself, I was playing a lot this bishop G5 because my coach told me, and I never understood why I have to play bishop G5 when there's nothing here. Like I'm not even threatening anything.
Bishop
like
G5.
Why I have to play. So I had really very strong discussions with my coach why I have to play bishop G5. Tell me why I do so. So the idea of this bishop G5 is that you're going to take the knight no matter what. You don't need your dark square bishop. You need knight to be off the board. And why is that? Very often in these positions, black is fighting over e4 square, and the knight is the better piece to control e4 square than the dark square bishop. So that's why white here gave up the bishop for the knight, ruined the pawn structure, and now has control in the center too. With d5, he's actually gaining more and more space advantage.
Absolutely huge space advantage here. And of course, I'm a fan of aggressive chess. So h4, h5, I'm just already looking at g4 is played, bishop to d3. We just bully this whole pawn structure here. And then we even castle queenside. But we can't do that because this rook is on b1. So in this case, of course, I don't know what Grishchuk's going to go for. We know he's going to use his time, but he is already, I think, on the aggressive side with pushing. He did the early bishop g5. H4 can be played in many cases here. And we look at black's development. In fact, lack of development, we should say, is there is nothing here for development-wise. So don't try this at home, chat.
No, it's so tough. It's so tough. Either you know what you're doing, and what Hikaru does here, and I talked about the strategy earlier, what I have noticed is that Hikaru gives some initiative to the opponent at the beginning, just develops the pieces quite passively, and then he takes over. So that also shows in here in this position. I'm sure that he will at some point start to fight back, and he will not have the position where he has worse situation. He's going to start the fight for sure. But to be honest, for now, I don't see how he's starting after d5. He hasn't
And I
made a
mean,
move.
I think he doesn't know either. As you see, he's thinking, and Hikaru doesn't really think. That's crazy to say. But I mean, you know how fast he plays, right? So for him to think means you actually have something, and he has to figure it out. So here, you know, kudos to Grishik here, as he has Hikaru thinking up a minute on Hikaru. Wow, you know, Grishik at that, Mr. Time Trouble, right? Look at him. D6.
Look at him. He says what, James?
D6 is on the board.
There.
Here. Right. 92, 94, 96, 97. And yeah, I don't know what Hikaru's going to do after these next few moves. I like G3, Bishop G2, castling E4. This is not good for Hikaru, bro. Like 95. Okay, he got the pieces out. All right. Is he going to castle queenside or what? Maybe rig the A.
Wow, that's really? Is he going to do so? Crazy.
This is really ugly. This is not good. G5 at Queen H5. He's moving quickly though. I like that. He's moving quickly. Queen H6. Stop the castle.
Stopping black to white to castle.
Right. Okay. All right.
Queen A2. Can we do Queen A2?
We need to, but I would be obligated to trade. I'm just like, oh, cool, perfect. You know, get those off. White does have space though, and then I can play G5. Yeah, I'm definitely taking on E2 there. What do you do? 92?
So you're saying Bishop F1 is also 92.
Interesting. Joe style here, but he giving up the pawn. Says, take it, bro. I dare you. I mean, come on now. He's not developed, right? So Bishop E7. Now we could castle, but then he could castle. 94.
He can castle, and the 94 is coming. Oof, 96.
My goodness. 94, 96.
Yeah. If he loses this game, if Hikaru loses this game, I think he has to stop playing.
I'm done for the
day. Today,
I'm done, Chad.
It's not a Dutch day.
Yeah, stop playing the Dutch, bro. Today, at least today. It's just not working today. It does work. It's worked for you many times, but today isn't one of them. 94 and 96.
That's so easy plan.
It's played, and then we put the knight on E6. Wow, look at the eval bar. Hate a natural move. I mean, what else is new, right? You know, knight E6. What else would you want there? What else did the engine want? That doesn't make any sense. 94 is very good.
It's very good move. It's really very good move. Right, the next move is 96 now after C5 especially.
And now what do we do? I want to play B3, C4, but he has C4 himself. A2 could be captured at some point. Everything is locked up. So in fact, him nabbing the pawn, he actually could do that. And then if I don't have any attack, I'm up a pawn, says black in many cases. But it is risky to take. I mean, he's already played that 5 Dutch. So like, you might as well go all the way in, right? But what do we do as white? H4, H5? He played A3.
He goes A3, just like this pawn is hanging here.
I get it, right? Yeah. Yeah, the position's closed up. He's about to just snatch
such a Grishik stuff. Like, let me play this one.
Yeah, H4, H5 is very tempting. He's going over here, H4, H5, take, and even King H1 and Rook H1. Just put the king over there.
I love that.
It's a nice idea. Nice idea here. H4, let's go, Grishik.
We have.
Big fella.
We have.
Let's go. Let's go. H5 and we live. And he's going to take, and King H2 actually runs into knight G4. So you gotta be careful. But H4 is definitely.
You can actually
maybe F3.
Play something. F3, King F2.
Right.
You can play Bishop F1, King G2, Bishop E2, and this way. Hikaru is like ignoring all these white's plans here, and he plays on the queen side and plays Queen to B6.
B4, also deterring this plan of F3 with King F2 because of just the queen being here now kind of deters it a little more.
Well, is he waiting H5 to happen to push G5 and attack the knight on F4?
I was hoping for a G5 because F5 weakness, and I'm gonna put the knight on D3, and then maybe play bishop. There it is, G5. So now, yeah, I'm definitely knight G6, or am I crazy here? Okay, knight G6, knight takes, pawn takes. I mean, you get in there. Pawn takes, pawn takes. If pawn takes, I mean, this is just cool to look at. Let's just look at this, right? Of course, it's probably You always have to look. But after pawn takes, right? Pawn takes, there is queen h5, but he has g4. So it's pretty ugly. And you don't have enough pieces. It's very close.
Yeah, g4, then you can take knight, bishop e6 to get rid of the knight.
Right. Oh, even bishop e6, right, as well. And then just capture and get rid of all of it. So knight d3 did happen. This is weak, but bishop h3 is g4. So how do we get to this? If knight takes, there's this. Queen f3 and e5 or f4. Takes. I mean, we wanted this. We got what we wanted. And like,
we can play bishop h3 here. Bishop h3. G4. And if you play g4, then I just come back on g2, and then knight comes back on f4 too.
Very nice. Take the f4 square. I like it. Provoke the weakness. And go back and knight back to f4. Well, one of the knights.
Yeah. Just like that.
A little bit of time trouble. I mean, what else is new?
Well, that's not new. How about d4 here to hit in the center and try to open up the light square bishop too? If you take f takes c4, bishop e4, I'm looking for h7 pawn out there. I can take knight e5, next move, queen d3.
I am a fan of this. I am a fan of e4. Oops, let's go. What happened? Rook g8. e4. Is there an f4? Is there an f4? Is the question. I don't know. Do I take this or not? I mean, probably. Yeah, you just take it and call the bluff, I think. Engine says there is a little compensation. I mean, obvious. Rook is here, but I would probably take it. Let's see. Anything else? Nothing happened. Rook g8 still on the board. He takes on e5. Weakens this. And what do we do next? Is the question. I think Hikaru is just fine. F3, G4. I want the whole diagonal to myself.
Yep.
F4, queen. No, I'm going to put bishop e4. Getting low on time. No increment once again, guys. No increment.
The time is so important. In this tournament, you might have even winning position, you might have extra material, but time is can cost you extra piece in some situations. So we know that Grishuk is enjoying to think a lot and spend a lot of time when he plays classical chess, but in blitz and bullets and rapid also, he's extremely fast and he's not wasting any time.
Yeah, he's actually not, well, right here, of course, we do see Grishuk thinking and, or sorry, Hikaru thinking now having 4 minutes, but this is his realm, especially as you got the time gets lower, Hikaru gets better. It's kind of scary. Grishuk's like that too. He took on g4. That was interesting, actually. I thought that was kind of, I mean, I get a free queen move, and now the bishop comes in. This is like great. Oh, that's a good move.
I was thinking about rook f4 there, like rook f4. If you take with the pawn, I take with the g pawn, and we have to trade the queen and 2 rooks.
It's a nasty move there. Let's just show that. Like rook f4. This is rook f4. Rook f4, big move, but then takes.
And there's bishop g6.
Oh yeah, bishop g6.
That's so ugly.
It hurts. It hurts, but it looks great though. You always have to spot those kind of moves and calculate. Does it work? If it doesn't, then it doesn't. But at least we saw it. Rook f6, bishop f5, and e4. Looking at cementing the bishop in there.
I like this idea to get the bishop on f5 and have some target with that. And next you can play king h2, rook g1, and starts to go after g5 pawn. There's also some cases this knight moves, you know, knight can also go away, like knight g5 at some point when it's the right time. And black decided to give up the bishop for the knight and to push d5.
Oh, man, Puzzle Rush. Make sure you do your tactics, bro. f3, c4. Oh my goodness, he could get in there. Maybe you do it anyway though and go king g2 and just say whatever. He's like, yeah, whatever, bro. The engine says no. This is very good somehow. Maybe you push these boys up on him like that. You could check, get the tempo, move up, and then push the other one. And it is kind of annoying. He pushed this one first without the check. This would have been with tempo. King g2, it didn't really matter, I guess. He played the same move.
Yeah, I'm kind of starting to worry about White's pieces here on the king side. There will be no more attack on the king side, and black already pushed the pawns on the queen side, and at some point you're gonna push c4, a5, and so on and so on. And he's actually starting with queen a5. A3 pawn is once again.
I mean, playing like literally playing like an engine here. It's like, do you have this to worry about now? They can take on c2. It's just automatic. What happened? Out of nowhere. Queen g3. Okay, hitting the pawn. That's a very nice move. At bishop d6, you might have e7, but he just moves the rook. So it doesn't work. So bishop d6, do you have a move? And he's asking the question, what is your move? After a4? I have a check down here. This is a real check. Maybe he just blocks.
Yeah, queen f2.
Yeah, he's gotta have to.
No.
Lock it up.
B4.
Oh man, you ain't go for it. Oh, we do it for the content, bro. He had to do it for the content. Yeah, I thought he was gonna do it for the content. Dang. Do it for the gram. You can do it for the gram.
Well, there is still this idea of rook f5 sacrifice. White has to be still very careful with that.
That's
know,
true. So
you can sacrifice and break through the center.
c4. He's still going for it though. He's still actually going for it. Takes. Queen c5. Playing quickly. You see, now this is the time. Now we bring the other rook, but then e7.
This is so amazing. He just blocked there and doubled the white's pawns, and now he will play rook c8, and he will take the pawn on c4, and another pawn on c2 will be a weakness.
I think he did. What does this even do? I don't think he knew either. He's like, what do I even do? Like, what do I do? I don't know.
This is very sad move. Rook h1 is very sad move.
Right. Rook h1 here. Rook c8, and I'm breaking in, and I have a clear plan of action. Out of nowhere, Hikaru just winning. Locked it down.
Yep, I was just thinking, is that the same game as we saw in the Dutch defense? That's a Dutch defense.
Is that a Dutch, right? What did this come? This came from a Dutch, guys.
Okay, we approve. He can play more Dutch in this tournament.
Yeah,
if he can turn the tables like this, he can obviously play.
I mean, that was amazing. That was actually amazing how he turned this around. Rook double up now? It's an automatic move, probably.
Yeah, rook c3 is another move. Maybe at some point you can go for to get more space advantage.
Okay.
Where the king goes.
Well, yeah, actually, how do we make progress here? Actually, we do need to figure that out. And look at the time, yeah. Well, he's going to find a way. In fact, at some point, he's going to wait till Grisha gets low and probably sack on f5 for the 2 pawns. You definitely can see that coming.
Yep, he's going around a lot.
Making, random.
Oh, he wants to play g4. He wants to play g4.
g4, Mr. g5. Mr. g4, he saw that. Grisha spotted it. Oh, snap, not today. Rook c8.
Not Hikaru, not. Oh, that was so funny little trick out there. You can easily blunder. Well, he has 1 minute, a little bit more than 1 minute on the clock, but if you have seconds, you can easily blunder that one.
Yeah, you could easily blunder. Rook takes b3 or something if it's not there. But the bishop, you'd probably keep this here. Okay, now you move the king out of the way because g4 was definitely a thing. Hikaru like pre-move. He's just got this on pre-move here. Move the king all the way over here. Make no progress. Gain a little time. And then we're going to sack probably. Then you probably bring the king back around to f6 and then sack at some point.
Yeah, look what he's doing. He just moves the pieces around. He's not going to take on e6 yet. He's going to bring the king back on f6.
And it's -5 here.
On?
Why is it different now? Oh, d3, he got him. Yeah, bishop e3 check is coming in here at some point. D3 is beautiful move. He got him. So if rook takes, wait a second. Yeah, if pawn takes, you have bishop e3. Oh bishop my goodness.
E3, nice.
Yeah, he caught him with a little 2-piece there. Pawn takes, bishop e3, hitting, get him off the board. And now d2, no, doesn't work. Bishop e3 resigns on the spot. On the spot. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Sheesh, that was vicious.
Oh,
out of nowhere.
So Grishuk.
Yeah.
Devastated. This is so tough. First of all, he had better position, so pleasant position, and then he thought it was draw already because it's so close. They were just moving the pieces around
back and forth. And you see, he didn't have. You see what he did? He moved his king back and forth, just not realizing that there is some play. And I mean, he got back and forth, reset, and pushed. And that was it. I mean, Grishik had no time to as well. Like, you know, it just sucks that Hikaru does you like that. Great position, no time, you're lost.
Yeah,
Here,
it's a dangerous zone for sure to get when you play against Hikaru.
yeah. This is
Even
a
in
huge
that
game
kind
right
of
now.
position. And he didn't even spend any second for find a plan. He just made the moves and the bishop was at the right place and then he pushed d3.
Yep, at the right place, right time there. This is a huge game. Bortnik is pre-moving here because there is no time on the clock for Bortnik. Look at that, fast his pre-moves are, bro. That was insane. That was insane. Queen h8, I knew that was coming. But now, how much time did he use? Did he? There's not even a second wasted, bro. We've been here. He made so many moves in that time. It was unreal. It really looks like something was wrong with the clock.
He's
But he was just
crazy. He
moving
plays so
insanely
fast.
He has no time. Yeah, he's gonna flag. He's gonna flag. That's it. It's just tough, man.
7 seconds. No.
He's made it.
It's a mate. Oh no, it's a mate.
Yeah. And then he got out of there.
Yeah. They play so fast that our board cannot really recognize the moves. We have 2 moves in a row. And rook h4 now. There we go.
Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it? Oh my goodness, the pre-move game is so nasty. He gets made at 0.5. And it's over with 1.5. But the speed for him, how fast he made it, like Bortnik is probably, I mean,
wow,
that's insane speed. I'm just gonna say that right now. That is
he gave up the rook too fast. If he had a rook on the board, he could actually flag his opponent.
Yeah, he could have, because a 1.5 there from the difference that it was.
So it is Salem only who has 4 out of 4. He's doing a great job today. He's in a great form.
Yeah, he's in great form. I mean, 8 well, something's working for him at the Olympiad too, as he's there. The man is 4 out of 4 right now. Yeah, he was pre-moving everything, chess guide, and it was actually accurate. It was actually like not accurate, most of it. Like, he had some bad moves, obviously he had to make too. But it was super fast.
Yeah, but at some point you just have to make the moves. Just moves. Any move can be good. And at the point where it was a bit dangerous that he would make a stalemate, he managed. All right, it's gonna be very interesting, Salem and Jeffrey. Let's see how this match gonna go. And those are 2 leaders in fact. Jeffrey has 3.5 out of 4, and they are first, second place. What do you think we might have here, like draw for or some early draw, or they will fight this match?
I think they're gonna fight this one out because it's not clutch. It's not cleared yet. It's not saying we have anything. This is only round 5. If this was more like round 7, I would see a draw easy. But this is round 5, and one more point for Salim here is like huge, absolutely, for him. He knows this. So he plays c5. He's going for the combative mode, which I totally understand, and would go for the same myself here. Try to make it 5 out of 5. He's in great form. Let's see who can take me out. Says Salem.
Right. Let's see how this is gonna go. Queen to d3. This has been so strange move to my eyes to see this queen on the way of the light square bishop. But in fact, sometimes it's getting very interesting to develop your queen there. So be ready to get on g3 sometimes to attack the king. Now he's going queen e3, preparing bishop h6, and without dark square bishop, we will see h4, h5. That's what we love to see usually in this structure. And a black plays rook d8 to be ready to respond with bishop h8 if you play bishop h6, not to trade the dark square bishop out there. And I would be happy to see here long castle and then h4, h5 anyway, rather than a short castle.
That's exactly right, Katie. In fact, you just do exactly that. Castle and h4 and h5 and hope for the best. I mean, this is a very scary attack. Many times you have to play f6, right? Which is definitely not cool. In many cases, f6, e5, you just weaken the king. I castle, I put the rook on the file. If you ever move the pawn, the d6 pawn is weak. h4, h5 is huge. I mean, it's tempting. You also have moving the knight, bringing the queen over. There's so many ideas, right? When you have this type of setup, especially with the knight and bishop already across the 5th rank here, it's very, very scary to say the least.
It's scary. And Yeah, I'm thinking like here Salam's choice of the castle can tell us what is he hoping for. If he goes long castle, he definitely wants to win this game, and he thinks that it's his tournament. He's in good shape. If he goes for short castle, he is playing solid, and that in that case, draw can be just as good result here to play against one of the toughest opponent here. So Black played these weird moves, all the pawns on this 6th rank. Not big fan of that.
Oh man. But actually, big fan of the activity. That was brilliant. F6, understanding I can't look, I gotta get these queens off. We gotta do something which is gonna force either a queen D2, queen C3 might run into F5, another tempo. Queen D2 is just a tempo that we've gained. But what can we do with that tempo? Says Jeffrey exactly.
He has to push any pawn here. Yeah. 95, F5, G5. He goes F5.
Something 5. F5. He chose and takes. Yeah, this is accelerated dragon territory. King's Indian. This is I like these old positions. If you can get the right piece play, but the knight and the bishop, like, you know, there we go. There we go. Reroute, and the engine's like, psych, that was garbage. Wow. Like, why was it so bad? I have no idea. Maybe like rook D1 and then force a weak square? Bishop G3 maybe? I don't know what that. Engine hates that.
Just the thing is after knight G6 you play bishop G3 and then D6 pawn has a bit of problem, so that's why he's just stopped here for a bit rather than to play knight G6 right away.
In fact, actually, after bishop G2, after bishop G3, there is E5 with an F4. It looks kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying that.
Yeah, but there is bishop C4, knight G5 ideas, maybe.
Bishop G3 played.
Bishop G3 played.
E5, F4 is coming, but bishop H4, knight G6.
Bishop. Yeah.
C4, king over. Wow, way to get out of this. Way to get out of this.
H4.
Yeah, H3, right. H3, H4.
But if you have to play H pawn, then go H4. It looks more scary rather than H3.
Yeah, I actually like the H4 move, F4, and then I mean, I guess we could play H5 after bishop H2. Not the greatest. Yeah, I think he should have started with this to try to provoke the push. Wow. He said,
"Oh, wait a moment. Can I take on D6 now? And after F4, bishop H4 is a."
Yeah. Oh, wait, huh? I thought I was looking at this.
Bishop C4, yeah.
Right, and then knight G5. Knight G5, but this doesn't work for apparently. Wow, so maybe bishop H4. Oh, maybe it was this and then E4, knight G5, something like this. That doesn't work either. Interesting. This is something's here, obviously, though. Something's obviously here. Let's refresh. Let's just see what happened. And knight G6, bishop C4 check first. Knight G5 is on the way. Jeffrey with a huge attack.
Right, if you play bishop E6, then white will trade this bishop, rook E6 and queen D5, and you're gonna lose the rook there. The knight G5 comes with a tempo on there and wins a huge material. So king has to step aside. There's no other way here, or we have to play D5 and then bishop E6, but it goes to the same variation. Wow. So after king to H8, king F8 is too scary to me. The knight G5, knight H7 with a check.
Wow. So let me see. King H8. Wait, did he move yet? He did not. Okay, let me refresh.
Right.
Knight G5. King H8, knight G5, right?
Fine.
Like, how do you do? What do you do? Like, he's just lost. He's literally just lost. You don't have a move.
Idea.
Yeah, you don't have a move, bro. That's it. I think he just realized, like, I don't have a move. Everything's losing here. Everything's really bad. We'll come back to that, see if he finds a move. He probably gonna be there for a minute. And let him think about that one. Kirill Elisenko here versus Sam. Whose move? Sam's move. Okay.
It is black to move. It is black to move. And if we take the pawn on E4, rook takes E4, queen is under attack, bishop's under attack. That's one way. Another way is to trade the rooks and then knight takes on E4. I think it's just a slightly better position for black because there's a bishop on the board versus the knight, and this bishop can get after the pawn trade to on d5 and can start to annoy white's pieces.
Now we might have f4, but then there's knight f3. But he takes. He wants to open up the game. Maybe put the bishop here and just be annoying with the knight.
Yeah, you can take the rook first. Queen takes, and then bishop d5
with rook f8 coming, and maybe even rook to e8.
Yeah, and if you take the knight on c5, the pawn there is hanging. You don't take on g2 first, you play rook f8 first, because this queen can't go far, because another rook on a1 is hanging. So when you move the queen, now... what's now? Bishop f.
Yeah, I think
rook f2, rook f2, can we go?
Oh my goodness, rook f2. This is ridiculous. Oh, but takes and block.
Queen d1.
It's like so
and queen
crazy.
a5.
How's the engine say this is? You see zeros there from the engine? Like, yeah, it's equal.
Yeah.
This position being equal is just sickening. This tells you how hard chess is, right? Chess is such a difficult game. Or for humans.
Yeah.
For humans.
You can do the best moves, you can do the worst moves, but it's still equal.
Yeah. That's equal, bro. What? Equal what? What are you talking about? Bishop d5, rook e1. And rook f8, knight f6, I take. Cool. No knight f6. He plays it. Rook f8, queen at 2 something. g1 or e2.
Yeah, at some point white has to play h3 right there, because there are some issues on the back rank, and you have to make sure that there's nothing.
We gotta make sure
nothing
there's no
anymore.
Problems, right? Make some loot for the king. 100% here. b6, yeah. So this is more of a slower game, I think. Now this is going to be I think the play is finally left. They're just kind of stand off. 3 4 5. Yeah, same amount of pawns too as well. I'm going to go back to Salem's game where, wow, Jeffrey with a huge advantage here. Absolutely huge. How did he get out of this? He didn't sack an exchange or anything. What did he do? He played king h8. He allowed knight f7, stole 1 pawn. So he got a pawn out of it. 2 pawns.
Oh.
Okay.
He took the pawn. I thought he would go for knight d6 and rook.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, instead of 95, 96 there.
Interesting. Right. Knight d6. This isn't as good, apparently. Bishop e6. Maybe knight takes, bishop takes? What is going on right now? Knight takes. Like,
can
what
take the knight
is
probably.
This? Oh my goodness. This is chaos. This is hanging still. Oh my goodness. There's so much. Right. And then this is why he went the simple route. To simplify, calculate that and take I'm up a pawn.
Oh yeah.
Take this
he
one
took
too.
so many pawns.
3 4 5. Yeah, he's up a pawn now.
Yeah, and the king is terribly open there. So
maybe even
any end game is very good here for white.
Right. Right. As and he's up time. Jeffrey had 3 minutes on the clock. About 2.5. Pretty good. Very good, in fact. He might, I think he cruised to a win there, but let's see what else we have. This is a game of Korea. We looked at this. Wow, black with a slight advantage, taking on c2 in some cases, and b5 and a4. c5 is hanging though, but we do got to watch out for the active queen. No checks. Not an active rook.
Yeah, you can get this queen back on d4 to make sure your pawn on c5 is not hanging, and then to go for b5. I do like this idea, b5, a4, to create a pass pawn there, and to get white's pieces on the other side of the board, so then you can start to attack on the king side once again. He goes rook to e2, that weakens the back rank, so there can be some kind of checks, unpleasant checks happening. Queen a1, queen e5, then to pin. He goes queen d4 right away, and I think b5 here makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Or rook f1, can we do that, or it's too much? Rook f1.
I thought about rook f1, but I was like, what happens when the king gets here? I don't actually know what we do next. We don't even have a check yet, and it's like feels like now we're a little loose too. But it's very tempting. Rook f1 check, king g3. Not there yet. Not there yet. And as we see, the engine's like, yeah, you can hope all you want, but it's a draw. 0.1. Like, okay.
No. When you play this, do you feel this position with white that it's equal?
No, I'm not. Like, I don't know. I never like.
I would feel like I'm losing here with white, and if I
In
play with
fact,
black, I will think I'm
right.
winning.
Yes, absolutely. As a human with the black pieces here, you're saying, yeah, white's going to make some type of mistake. I have b5, a4 on tap actually here. When I can really do this, b5, a4, and you have to deal with this, and I feel a blunder coming. Maybe even rook f1 stops that, but it does weaken or influences more of the a pawn push. But it kind of weakens the king as there is a check, but there's only one check. And there's no knight g5 or there it is, b5.
B5.
Sam is going for it with the a4 idea and maybe putting a rook on f1 as well. Making white to figure this out. Leaving white to find a move in a position where you don't have that many moves. Queen g6.
Queen g6.
What are we doing next?
Hoping
Maybe
for what?
here? Or this? Or like something with rook e7, but definitely probably a knight g3. Oh, that really influences. No, you don't have rook f1. Knight takes, right?
Yeah.
Rook f1 now.
Oh.
He's going for it. Here we go. Here it is. It feels scary. We know you can run.
It's still equal, though. It's still equal.
I mean, it's equal. It's zeros, you know. I mean, ain't nothing going on.
How it's even possible to be equal. Well, if the knight goes somewhere, I don't know, knight d6 or whatever, queen g1, right. And then rook f3 is a check. So,
right. Oof, that's spicy. Let's show that here. Takes, check, and look at this check, guys. Rook f3. I mean, that's a nasty check. Look at this, 0.8. Like, I'm just gonna get this off the screen. Your king's on g4, and they talking about, no, it's equal. Like, you're good. Like, you know, chess.com got to fix the engineering part of the engine. They got to fix that. That is nowhere near equal. But rook f1 is on the board and trying to figure this out from Kirill. I know he does not believe that this is equal at all. I can guarantee you he is not saying that this is zeros.
He's saying no, like 10 kind of checkmates.
Yeah, he's like, how am I not getting mated, right? How, like, what is going on? What do I even do? C3? Check king
actually
g3.
Forces queen g1 to happen. C3 is an insane move. Maybe engine is fine.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you know, we're good. We're good. It's a check. King g3, step out the way. And he's like, and for your next trick, what do you do next? What do you do next? Maybe
and
A4,
sometimes if you push too much, you might fall for something. And it's not here quite like knight f6 actually blunders a piece, but at some point you might blunder some kind of tactics there. If you leave the king all alone on g8, that can get really ugly.
It could, in fact. And luckily, the rook is covering everything on the f file. So even if you do put a rook on e8, we can always play rook f8. Now, of course, you would need the rook on e8 first, then knight f6. But knight f6, rook e8 in that move order does not actually work. So
yeah, rook e1 now would be blunder because knight f6. Right. So rook has to be on f file. And black's, I hate to say this, but black's queen is running out of the moves. There's only one move on h1. There's only one square for the queen.
Yeah, that's crazy how this works. Sam in the think tank here. What about, look at rook e1 from white. And then rook takes and knight f6. But there's king f8. There's no mate. So close. That's a pretty sequence. But it
yeah, it's a very beautiful one, actually, to deflect the rook. Push f7.
G4. Whoa. Just breathe. Got to slow down and breathe here.
Yeah, Kirill is forehead camera view, very focused, calculating a lot of moves.
Look at him.
He feels this can be his moment if the opponent blunders something, and he's going for c5 pawn there.
Real. They have the same amount of time here. Sam actually now. Oh, there it is. A4 on the board. Takes. Pawn takes. Queen takes. He took the pawn and says, you got nothing. I hold everything. What a beast. What a beast.
Right. Rook f5. He wants to play what? I'm so confused.
I'm thinking the same thing. What is this doing? What is he doing? He doesn't have a check. I mean, maybe here, but then check. I don't know what he was doing there. Bishop g6. Yeah, I think he's trying to figure it out too. He also has not a lot of time. I mean, look at this combo with the knight and rook cover everything.
Yeah, I think black is still feeling like I might lose a pawn here, but your king is exposed, and at some point I can just give you checks.
You try queen e1 here, just for the pin. Queen e1, and maybe with a check. That's the idea.
Looks good.
Then rook f3.
Yeah. I was also thinking something like h5 to be ready to push h4.
In some cases, yeah, that's gonna be nice. H5, H4, hit the check. So even queen e1, H5, H4. Oof. Scary as Sam is under a minute. No increment. Under a minute. He takes. King H7.
Right. Can I now take the pawn on c5?
Well, yeah, why can't I take this? What is he thinking?
Yeah,
about?
you can take it. You can take it.
Wait,
Bishop d3 is impossible. Actually, yeah, it was white black too.
Oh, it was white. Yeah. Takes. Okay, takes. What? Oh my goodness. Takes.
Bishop
push.
to g6, and a pawn push.
Queen d6. Push.
Queen d6.
Push him. He just stabbed. No checks. Knight g4. Why not? Just chill. Okay, hold everything. Knight g4, knight e5. Or knight e3 if bishop e4. Knight e3 anyway.
Bishop e4, knight e3.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And then queen d hang the knight. What do I do? I need to move. I need to move. I need to move. Queen f4. Okay, you went here. Knight f4. Ring around the rosy here. Queen d6.
Knight d5.
There it is. You can't push because bishop takes. So you need to go king g3 first. King g3 check. King f2. There it is. King g3 check. King f2. Oh,
well,
man,
white black has here seconds.
Oh, yeah, he has 11 seconds. Oh, he hangs his queen. Oh, get him off the board. Resigns. Oh, my goodness. He hangs the queen.
No, queen blunder. That's horrible.
Oh, my goodness. That's the whole thing.
Oh, well, he had 9 seconds on the clock, and that's why it happened. So he was just removing the moves.
That's true.
But to be honest, in this position, it's so hard to play with 9 seconds on the clock. White was just plugging him.
He was pressing him on the clock, trying to figure it out. And then, he thought a little bit of time. And Kirill, with that huge time edge, was able to convert at 9.4 for Sam, 51 seconds for Kirill. A lot of time. He had that in the bag. Jeffrey in first, 4.5 out of 5. Jeffrey going crazy here.
Yeah, you know what? Black had here a really good position. He was the one who was pushing. He was the one who was spending more time to find out the winning plan. And the white was making only moves there, and he was not spending that much time. So in the end, when there was no checkmate, it turned out that the things went ugly for black. And without time.
No time too, right? He used his time. He tried to figure it out, right? And this is a draw here. Perfect. And ends in no bloodshed there.
All right.
Round 6 is up next. Let's go to Kilo. What's up? See you in the chat. And round
So
6.
we have Jeffrey, the leader, right? As he won the game against Salem. And we also has Hans joining the leaders. And then I don't see who is the 4th player. I cannot see that well.
Yeah, Bilado. There. It's 4 out of 5. Not sure what that is. Bortnick actually is 4 out of 5 too as well. And Salem and Jeffrey. Oh, Elisenko. Okay, that's Kirill. Okay. Bilado is Elisenko. Kirill. So who just got that win. 4 out of 5. Hans, Salem, Jeffrey. I just said Jeffrey. You know, every time you see the J's now, chess does that to you guys. Wow, I said Jeffrey. That's the first time. Jeffrey with a Y. Oh my goodness. Chess does that to you all the time with the J's and the Y's. It's ridiculous now. Oh my goodness.
That's no problem. I can also go with that. All right, waiting for the next round to start, right?
It's actually starting right now here. It looks like it's starting. Round 6 up. Round 6 is up. And Jeffrey Zhang is definitely.
I think he's going with Hans.
I was about to say Hans. He didn't move. There it is. We got a game. Hans E4, E5 on the board now.
Okay, let's guys beat this one. Excited, not boring. Draw, please.
The knight D3, Petrov. You haven't seen this since Magnus and Fabi. That is in the 2018 World Champ. It's crazy.
Right.
It's crazy.
Too many knight moves.
Yeah, this is I forgot this line is deep. Oh man, this is all theory. This is all theory. I forgot. Man, look at this. Like, this is crazy. What is this?
It's so crazy.
What is this? Yo.
I don't know. This is move 10. I would lose this game already 10 times with white pieces and black pieces, and they know this by the heart.
Wow.
This is the heavy theory.
Yeah, this is heavy theory, apparently. No time wasted, and like the rook gone, but the knight's here. What is this nonsense?
So what is
okay, cool. We just about to get off the board, bro. It's a draw. You want to draw? Yeah, bro. All right, cool. Let's go get lunch. What just happened? This game was crazy. Let me just get that off the screen. Too many questions.
I'm sorry, what was that?
There's too many questions.
Well, they tested each other. If you know already these key points, then you get nothing there probably, and they knew it and they didn't waste the time. And after all, we gonna have 8 qualifiers to the knockout system, and they can go easy in some games. James, 9 rounds. Swiss tournament is not easy. All the grandmasters, and none of these games are easy for you. No one will blunder anything.
Absolutely.
More than a pawn. We saw some pawn blunders at the very beginning, but that's the only blunder they can contribute to you. I'm fine to see this kind of easy draws time to time. I know we don't like to see draws, and I myself requested some crazy game, but it makes so much sense. So tough to play all these 9 rounds in a row.
Yeah, especially in a row there. He's like, you know what? They played it out. They're good friends as well. So we'll take the quick draw and get out of there. No problem, says Jeffrey and Hans. And now this is round 6, of course. Then they got 3 more rounds to go, where these players are definitely trying to catch up. Hikaru got 3 out of 5 here. Let's actually peek at him real quick. Playing Bortnik, this is a huge game for actually both of them. This is huge, absolutely. Wow, I like Hikaru's position, though. What is this? Can you? I don't think you can take this. Maybe you can. And he does, yeah, because you could just take on A4 afterwards. I was going to play knight D5 here, but... maybe not anymore. This is some type of Sicilian. Oh, this wasn't. This is a black lion, Philidor.
You can play knight d5, knight takes d5, and queen d5 to keep the queen, to keep the piece on the d5.
I see. Then rook c8. And but that's a spicy move. Let's put that on the board. Let's show that. Knight takes, queen takes d5, chat. Ugh. But then rook c8. And it's kind of annoying. I don't really want to trade, but I think I have to trade. Like, it's not. It's weird. It's definitely weird. He played knight d5 though, and are we going to go with queen takes, which is on the board? Wait, they had the rook c8. All of this has happened.
Don't listen to me.
All of this has happened. Everything has happened here. So now I don't know what to do. Bishop e3 just says
Bishop e3 to go for a7 pawn. I was a bit scared of c2 pawn hanging, but then if you take bishop on a4, rook a4, queen c2, then you will fall for rook c1, and in the end the rook is hanging. Black has not castled yet.
That is correct. That is correct there. Yeah, after takes. This is crazy. That's a crazy line. Let's show that actually. Very curious. This is a long line. This is crazy. It's got to be better for white though, right? Takes. Oh yeah, you have queen here. This is like, and you also can take the rook here. Wait, it's like mate. Something's in here, obviously. -9 or +9. What a game. But of course, that didn't happen. At least not yet. Bishop e3. Bishop takes a7 is on tap.
Oh, there was a checkmate. Very beautiful checkmate.
Oh, there's a mate there. Let's see it. Let's see it.
There was knight d4. Yes.
Takes. Rook c1.
I hope it was. Otherwise, I'm wasting your time.
No, we have to see it. We have to see these things. Here, check here. Oh,
knight d4, queen d5, queen f5.
Oh my goodness. Getting off the board. Start a new game. Yikes.
Beautiful.
Hitting, splitting. There it is. Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice mate. Yeah, so bishop e3.
That could be so beautiful.
They're going for it. Oh, he castled.
No,
he castled. He was like, nah, you ain't about to do that to me on national television. Rook takes b4, and he takes on c2. But ain't none of that happening no more. Rook b7 is definitely a move.
I could do it earlier for content. Also, Bortnik is streaming right now, as I know. And we have in this tournament, we have participants in this Zoom call as well. So there's also fair play control. There are 2 cameras, one on the player and the screen. They are also sharing the screen, and one is from the side. And on top of it, some of them are also streamers, and they are streaming these games. And Boarding is one of those streamers who is streaming right now.
Absolutely. Bortnik has a nice stream, guys. Make sure you go follow them. I'm sure you're already following Hikaru's stream. If you didn't know, Bortnik is a streamer as well. So you guys can follow his channel and support. He streams awesome content and his point of view. So you guys can go check him out as well. And check out Salem, see what he's doing here. Salem with 4. Who's in first again? Jeffrey with 5. But I mean, hey, these guys win. Well, actually, no one can catch him. Well, they can catch him. Salem, I think Hikaru has 3, right? Yeah, interesting.
If he wins, he can even overtake Hans.
Oh, with tiebreak.
Yeah, but once again, it's 8 places for the knockout, and for these players, in the end of the day, to be in the knockout system for tomorrow. That's the main goal. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Knockouts for tomorrow. Okay, Fortnite's still playing, I see.
This is so bad position for Black, as Rook is already on the 7th rank, C7 pawn is hanging, C4 pawn is hanging, the Rook D1 comes to occupy the D file, Knight B5 comes, Knight D4 comes. You can play also H4 there to chase the bishop.
Right. H4, F4, E4, everything for F5. Looking bad, looking real bad. Salem on a tear here.
He did so great so far. Like earlier, 4 out of 4. Then he had a really tough match against Jeffrey. He lost the game with a lot of tactics, and now this game seems to be also very tough for him.
Absolutely.
Actually, he's with white. Sorry, he's doing very good, Salem. I thought he was with black.
He's playing good. I think actually this is the line I'm looking at. Bishop D8, Rook double up, Rook B8, Knight B5. And it's hitting this, and if A6, you go Knight A7 and go Knight C6. This is the idea, because the bishop's trapped. And of course, I have Knight C6 with a fork, right? Rook A8, Knight C6, bishop's trapped. So I thought that this
very
was...
often see
yeah, bishop's trapped.
Bishop trapped on D8.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That was gross. So he played Bishop H6. Bishop D8, that was a gross sequence. Pretty gross. He put Knight here, and then E3 G. I mean, look at this bishop, the Winter Bishop in the Capablanca game. But this is a difference. He has G6 though, so it's not really technically bad. He could get it out.
But when you play G6, there will be Knight F6 check, and there can be some kind of checkmating patterns. Rook B8 is a bad move. Is that because Rook D1 and you cannot avoid a checkmate?
You're gonna have to push the G pawn with Bishop F8, and after check, Knight F6, King G7. I don't know what the follow up is yet. Knight E8 check. Nothing there yet. Knight D7.
What if you just play King F3 and G4, G5 in that case?
And just, that's just like dominating. Absolutely right. Just completely dominating the game. Probably Rook D1 first, just on tap. We get the last piece in the game. Then follow up with G4, G5, or Knight F6. I mean, really, it's whatever.
Right.
Well,
yeah, Salem is extremely strong player, and he has won several tournaments, over the board tournaments or online tournaments as well, in many different time control in the format. And today we see him having a very good tournament, enjoying the tournament as well. I believe he's at the Olympiad. And we can see now him on the screen.
King F8, right? He's looking very calm and relaxed as he's calculating there, right? Figuring out, how do I finish this? How do I win this? E3, G4, G5, Knight F6 once again looks great. Play King F3, yeah. Man, it's better position. What do you do? Make a move, find a move. I mean, he could play C5 to try to trade, but actually I'm just going to keep the Rook on the 7th. Knight D6 is coming too. Problems everywhere for black.
These rooks are so sad rooks on B file. Like if you have one rook on B file, and that's losing position anyway. We all have been in that situation when you have this kind of structure and you're just waiting for your opponent to win the game.
Something. Yeah,
never goes wrong for white here. And now we have 4 rooks on the board, so it means white has extra power and black has extra bad piece. If you push b5, you're gonna fall for knight c5, and you're gonna lose the pawn on c7. And what white is just doing, white is trying to push g4, g5 to weaken the king side. Black has to save this bishop on h6, and with that, black has to weaken something, and the g6 at some point is the move that we're gonna see now happening.
Yeah, it's the fact. I mean, it's just a clean win, right? G4, G5. After you get the bishop in, we can play knight f6, and we just actually pressure. Everything goes forward. That's it. Everything. Oh, he plays c5, which I saw this coming, but yeah, g4. He just pushes everything forward, and we win. And we win. That's a great game here.
Yep. After g6, knight f6, hit the pawn on h7. You play king to g7, g5 wins a piece. If you don't see any precise move and the plan there, you can also play h4, h5 to play then rook to h1 and get this rook on h-file with some checkmating ideas.
You also have ideas of well, this is I think far-fetched here, but you have rook d8. Well, actually, it's white to move, it's black to move, but rook to d8 and trading rook e8, king takes, knight d6, and going into an in-game where the bishop is just terrible, right? There's lots of a clear way of trying to do it if you want to go the in-game route. Rook takes d7, takes the knight d6. This is automatic. This is resi on the spot. Maybe g5 for just
first, yeah,
for content, right? Yeah, g5 for content, and then knight d6, and that's lights out.
This is the kind of position that you would love to have in all your game, and you will always score here something. Nice. How white got this position? What was the opening?
Yeah, right. Like, how did you get to, like, we need to hold on, right? King's Indian attack. Wow. He just literally just developed King's Indian attack, d4, c4. Put the rook on d1.
Catalan, because sometimes you can have.
Right.
Yeah.
Catalan, that's exactly what I thought it came from, was a Catalan-like position. Beautiful play here. And wow. It's completely crushing. Knight g5. Yep, there it is. Knight takes e6, knight h7. I mean, knight h7 is actually the biggest threat with knight f6 attention. Take on h7, come back. Oh, yeah, just take those. Appreciate it. Come on now. We're going to take that and then go back to g5. If bishop g7, knight g5. b4, knight e6. c3. You can't queen, right? Is he really going to do that? I think he is. He would. I mean, as strong as he is, you got to remember, these guys are so strong. They're going to try everything. So this b4, c3 idea,
for sure.
Yeah, he's going to try this.
How about king e4 to play? Knight g5 before and king to e4.
Yeah, you're right.
e3.
Yeah, we got to get the king. Because we could come back and get this. We're clean. We're winning. Because he could sacrifice this. So he went the knight f6 route, and there's b4. He's going to try it. 100% going for this.
Yeah, now he has to. Oh, he's going with rooks to c7.
Like, yeah, clean. Get the pawns.
Yeah.
How do you defend everything? Figure it out. Try to.
Yeah, very solid player.
Very nice. And this is a clean win. I think someone's going to pick that up. Let's move over. Grishuk 3. Wow, Grishuk only has 2. Man, what happened? He had a tough tournament. 2 out of 6. Well, actually, he needs to, this game, if he scores, he'll be on. But 2, it's tough. Very tough. Ooh. F6.
Really tough life for Grishuk in this tournament. Oh, wow. Yeah, sometimes things are going really right for you, and sometimes it's just not.
Sometimes it's not. That's tough. It's tough coming there.
But it's so nice to see him still playing, because a lot of players could just leave, right, when they don't have chances. But this shows so much respect and shows a good sportsmanship that he's still competing.
He's still playing, right? I'm down. I'm not playing well, but I'm still going to continue to play. In fact, Hikaru and Bortnik's still going at it. This is a big game where Bortnik is still holding, and the engine is like, not for long. 3, 4, 5 down 2 pawns. Yeah, and we have the same color bishop. So yeah, bishop d6 is that clean? Bishop d6, he actually goes rook d8.
Rook d8.
Yeah, he just goes rook d8. So we don't have it. Bishop d6 now, though. That's with check. But then he goes king e5, rook f7, f6.
Six.
Wow, interesting. Okay, so I have to check then. King f4. What the heck? So it doesn't work. All right, you just really relax and chill. We got lots of moves like check, exactly. Rook a3. Do something else. Do something else. Relax and chill. We're good.
Well, how about you just bring your king, like king f1, king
Right.
sorry, king f3, king e3, king d3, king c4 to bring this king on the queen side.
Push.
Not lose any pawn on the king side. Rook can guard all those pawns, and then just push b5, b6, and win that way.
That's right. It's a very easy, clean way, right? You have many ways to do it here. What's going on, Spinny? Just got here. What's Chef Jeff cooking up? Chef Jeff cooking up something spicy. 6-piece spicy here, or 5-piece, we should say. He has 5 out of 6 in first place right now, and then crushing it. Jeffrey, Chef Jeff, that is. Good stuff from him. Bishop c3 hitting the pawn. Check. Ooh, that's cute.
Oh, if you take out, just gonna pin.
Nice. That's nice. Little tactino there. Bishop d2 and king here.
Yeah, king d3, king c4. Those are the moves. Oh, I don't like this rook b3 too. You can also push b5, b6 right now. Black is going for some nice tricks there. Rook h3 was a threat.
Right, do not block that. And there he is, the king route, and the rook defends f3. And we just push. You can get the king to a6. Push.
And White has time. He can donate this time to some other player if he wants. He has 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
That is correct.
Versus 40 seconds.
Vornik is insanely fast, as we know, but being fast here is not going to help, even in a position where he is clearly lost here, where Hikaru has to figure out, obviously, the conversion. Almost mate. King goes to f6. Oh, did he have the little ring around the rosy there? Check there, takes. Hold on, did he have a rook check? Oh, he probably was just going to move the king somewhere else, but he had takes, and check here, obviously. But that was,
nice.
he was not going to move. He probably wouldn't even go that route. Yeah.
Nice one.
Yeah, now we bring the king in or something.
Yeah, Black cannot do much about this. All Black can do is just to give some more checks, and with the checks you actually push White's king to get at a better position. So king d5, king c6 now makes a lot of sense. And who can stop? Who can stop Hikaru to make all these moves? It's a checkmate.
Oh man,
Bishop b8 only move.
Bishop b8 only move and check and mate. Hikaru with a big game there, catapulting him into 6th place after having a very bad start. Half out of 2, and now he's 4 out of 6. Tells you how strong and how hard this field is every week. Wow, look at these bishops.
I had this sense actually that we would see him coming on the top boards for the last rounds, and here we have him.
There he is, out of nowhere, just cleaning up shop. Now, maybe we knew he was going to do this, but look at these bishops just doing what they do, doing what bishops do. Just raking up the board here, reaming through everything. This is just lasers across the board.
Yeah, Black is doing amazing work to avoid all these White's threats, but too strong pieces for White. Too many pawns, also extra 3 pawns. The 4th pawn is gone now, and bishop g4 will be the next move here. You can't really avoid that happening, and you don't even push to this pawn forward. Just how about g pawn going now to the queen?
And Sam is gonna pull this one out. He has too many things to push and work here, working with pieces. King b3, bishop f4.
Yep, a little bit more time also on the clock. That's also good for White. It's extra something. All right, this is just winning.
This one's game over, guys. Sam with a big win there. We're big fish, which is fair to say. And Grishuk still playing. Interesting. Oh, he won. I think he just won. That. Okay.
Yeah. This is the last game, I suppose.
Yes. Oh, easy one. Oh, he's trying to flag him, but
he's going to flag him. He's going to bring all this to move the pieces on the light squares and try to checkmate then. You can pre-move these moves, you know,
Oh,
rook,
man,
d,
it's so
rook
funny.
d7, rook b7, rook
Right.
b5, rook d5.
Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, that's what I do, and that's why I never win this kind of games, actually.
And checkmate. Mate on the board.
Ooh, nice.
Nice. Take him out. That is the end of round 6.
Right, and after round 6, we do have not much of the changes. We see the Salam. Oh, actually,
First
we have
place.
changes. Salam, right, is sharing now the first, second place with Jeffrey. He won very interesting game. Jeffrey and Hans agreed on a draw very early at the beginning, and then we also have Kirill Alessenko. Very close to the leaders, and Hikaru is getting closer and closer. Let's take a look at the leaderboards. Here we have the standing, and we do have overall 25 weeks of the Rapid Chess Championship. This is the week 23rd, and you can see the Hikaru is the leader on the top. Dmitry Andreikin, Fabiano Caruana, Jeffrey Zhang is doing great here. Daniil Dubov, Vladimir Fedosiev, Alexei Sarana. Some of the participants are playing at the Olympiad, so they might have a tough day and they are taking a rest, but some of them are competing right now, and they still have very good chances to qualify to top 12 players who are going to play in the finals. And here we have the 7th round. This is the last round before our second break, and the players going to have some 3 minutes to break, get some fresh air, analyze what's going on, and to play last 2 rounds after that. So is that a draw again?
Yeah, I think this is the draw line, right? This is like, oh, he said no. He said, nah, bro. We're not drawing
Wait, the knight
nothing.
on d4 is hanging, right?
Yeah, knight on d4 is hanging, but he sacked the piece to do it. So he got the piece back, yeah. So 3, 6, yeah, he sacked the piece, right? Yeah, okay, perfect. The bigger game than this is actually Salem too, but we're actually going to stick around. This is crazy. Like, apparently, this is all fine. 96. It's going to be played. Ricky, whoa, this is weird. But Hikaru is thinking though, so it's not something he's maybe seen a lot, which is wow. We got a queen on e7, and you haven't seen that many times? Hold on.
No.
Hold on, bro. 96.
No.
F4.
Yeah, 96 is a very good move. You see F4, F5 coming?
Immediately. F4, F5. I don't even care what's next. So I just want to get the knight off and rook e1. I'm trying to save time. And if G6, F5 anyway.
Yeah,
F4
nice.
is really strong. D5, knight C3 maybe though.
Maybe
D5.
queen C5 there, and to try to...
Or D5, queen C5, king H1, bishop E7. I still... F5 is strong.
It's so annoying. That's so annoying.
With tempo, it's a problem. Rook E1, and he still has this on tap. Knight C3, knight G3, but still F4, F5. With these pieces here, this is annoying. This is very, very annoying.
It is very annoying. I'm really curious how Black is going to untangle all these pieces on e-file. What's the way? How he's going to do? Maybe he's going to play bishop d7 and long castle?
Bishop d7, f4, and castle f5. And that is a piece.
Queen c5, bishop e3. Ah.
Yeah, bishop e3, but d4 there, actually. So maybe it is playable. F4, bishop d7, f5, queen c5, bishop e3, d4. And, oh, but you lose the rook. King's still there. I'll go bishop f2, and the king is still on the e-file. Unbelievable. This is insane. I don't know what he has to do here. I have no idea. And Engine's like, oh, you're fine. 0.1. What? What do you mean? This is a huge threat. I'm curious. I just got to see what they do. So they just say play g6 or queen d8. Yeah, you have to play g6 in all lines. All lines say you have to play g6 to stop f4, that's a concession because f5 is going to be played anyway. And the knight takes f5. This was wrong. This was a wrong setup. As Hikaru feels it. I mean, he's like 2 minutes down almost. Well, okay, not 2, but definitely noticeable.
Yeah. He's not very often thinking so much at the beginning. He surely knows what he's doing, but do you think this was something new for him, or he
Definitely. I'm not sure where he got stumbled at. Like here, yeah, he did this, and then I mean he stumbled right here is where he started to think. I don't know where, like, you never see it. Yeah, G6. So, of course, I mean, look how strong he is, obviously. We know how strong this man is. But G6 was to play
He's
move.
not afraid
F4
to
still
play
here.
G6. Yeah.
Yeah, he finds the G6 move as he has to, really, to stay afloat here.
But yeah, so far Jeffrey has spent only 1 minute on the clock. He has huge advantage on the clock. If the game goes in this pace, and nothing changed on the board, and Jeffrey has the advantage on the clock, and that's also very important. The most important sometimes when we have seconds on the clock. So F4, F5 now is a serious threat, and he has to.
Oh man, draw by agreement. Oh my goodness, that's a shocker right there. That's like, give me my money back from the movie. Like, nah, bro, give me my money back. That's not a draw line, right? Exactly. QT Jelly. I thought it was. He just, hey, you want to draw? Yeah, I'll take a draw. All right, cool. I am not tripping.
Wait, hold on. Who offered a draw? That's
you know what?
Interesting.
That's a great question. I don't know, because you can offer from both sides. I know. And no matter
okay, so you can. It doesn't matter whose movie it is. You can still.
You can still offer. Yeah, you can still offer. But this is. Wow, he just took a draw. I mean, hey, 5.5.
Our
I
chat
guess
can know. Our
really
chat knows about it.
Yeah, chat. So think about that.
Chat knows for sure.
Chat. Salem this is a big game for him. He could be clear first if he wins this game. Actually, does a draw put him above everybody too? 5.5. Yeah. Even a draw. Yeah, nobody's catching him. Oh, he'll be with Jeffrey, 5.5. So he needs to win to be clear first.
But he doesn't know what happened in the other game, right? He's probably not observing.
He's probably not looking at it. Yeah, wrong.
Oh wow! I thought that the other game was so interesting. We would have this F5.
Right. Oh man, this is gonna be crazy. Right.
Yeah.
Draw. Gotcha.
The draw.
Gotcha. You thought she was getting a game.
Yeah.
That was
there was an engine kind of approach, Yeah, it's interesting, but it's a draw anyway, so let's do it. Let's do it now.
Wow. It says Hikaru says this line leads to a draw. Jeffrey offered. Wow. Man,
Jeffrey
that's
offered.
nuts. I mean, a wild position with the king on the E file and all in pieces, and F4 and F5 is absolutely
Hikaru says that this line leads to a draw. These guys are crazy. So if Jeffrey offered a draw, so he also knows that this line leads to
a draw.
Equal position. Awesome.
Wow. Interesting, chat. Thanks, chat. Chat knows everything.
Chat knows everything.
Yeah, chat knows. This is D3. So it's interesting. I see Hans every game having queens traded. He's definitely loves playing in games. I think every game so far he's played, every one of them, queens off the board.
Hikaru and Jeffrey finding world peace.
I mean, bystander, I see you. All right.
Yeah, let them to run the all the politics and let them to be the leaders of the countries. There will be peace.
Exactly. Wow. Finding world peace there in a time of a lot of war going on with this round 7 and all these boys swinging at each other. Zhang offered Hikaru to mold over it for a while. Yeah. Interesting. C5. This is sort of a dry position. I'm not going to lie, but there is a lot of play left. Obviously, I'm going to just bounce around and see what else is going on. As these boys play it out, we'll come back. It's a little more interesting. Or Nick. Was this a Joe Baba London? I know he likes to play that. No, he played for it. Bit of Vienna.
Oh, that's a good topic, actually. The chat just brought it up. Ban the draw.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so massive. Complication then in a chess world if you ban the draw. What do you think? What do you think about that?
That's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. I think it's gonna make everybody's gonna be more competitive for sure. It's gonna be different. It's gonna change everything, right? Because you're trying to win. There's gonna be prize money in the line now. More like for norms, right? For us in our situation, right? Sometimes we need a draw for a norm. Whereas I had a performance like that this year where I was half a point away from a norm, right? So having that and you need to draw, like you can't draw, that's going to be very, very hard, but it also makes it I think fun, but also very hard. Very hard. You have to win every game, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every game. D5.
Right.
I don't like this.
Okay,
Black's definitely pressing him.
Cover from the loose should be quite hard here for Botnik and also Kirill.
Yeah.
Lysenko has not a lot of fun here losing some of the games, but still they can catch up the top 8 places, and that's indeed the goal for some of the players to make sure that they qualify to knockout system where they have already guaranteed some prize. And also they can win here some prize as well. So they are still keeping to go. And this is the round 7. So this round and the last 2 rounds are very important. We might see here some dramatic changes.
Yeah, that's what actually makes the draws important, I guess, the quick draws there. Because they're like, oh, we're just trying to qualify to get to tomorrow, right? And just get in there so we can work tomorrow and get in there and save a little bit of energy. That's what it looks like. And going back to Salem's game, not anything much changed. 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 6. White up the pawn. Interesting.
Oh, okay. Well, white is up the pawn, but you don't really feel it because pieces are so active. The pawns are stopped. E3 pawn is a backward pawn, cannot really push forward. Black can play 94 or 95 to improve the position.
Oh yeah, I have 94. Put the knight here and just sit there. Beautiful square. I think it's beautiful. Yeah, even 95.
It's a bench in the park. Oh yeah.
Right. What's the chat saying? Crazy game from Pete Joe. Resigned too soon. Wow. Yeah, I heard Rian won in 10 moves. Chat. I can't pull that game up. Maybe I can. I just want to see it. He won in 10 moves. Wow. Oh my goodness, he did. Whoa, what happened? Let's just see the game real quick.
Wow.
C5, D6, 97 takes. A6, G6.
Is it possible to win this opening in 10 moves?
Queen B6. Boom. Knight G4. He resigned.
Why he resigned? Because he can just continue. I had this kind of position several times. No one resigned. you just continue to play.
Yeah, I think this is the idea. You just
King goes.
Wait, why did he resign? Like, I mean, I know
F2.
This is. I mean, it's bad, but it ain't.
Bishop G4. It's better to play then.
Takes. I mean, I'm playing this out. Like, whatever. Play this out. He just got out of there. I mean, he just, I'm out, bro. I don't want to do this anymore. He got up out of there. Knight G4. Wow. Well, hey, Jan's like, all right, cool. I'll take it. Hey, man, shoot. Quick little game.
This game is one of these kind of opening traps that you can enjoy very much to see this kind of moves.
Right now. He is on him. C3, Knight B3. That's a big move.
Yeah, bishop is like maybe bishop B6 or bishop C7 because you can't really take the pawn on C3 because knight comes with a fork, and the pawn on E4 also can't be pushed. So he just move away the bishop B6. I think. Okay, he goes to C7.
D3. So now he can take.
Little check over there.
There it is. Oh, double the rooks. Knight's hanging. Gotta move it. Maybe I don't have to. Rooks some. But no.
This is getting a little bit, black is squeezing white pieces. Yeah.
It's also threatening rook F3 in some cases. So knight H2 is like a move, right? Knight H2 takes. Yeah,
take an H5, H4 idea, something like that.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, this is kind of annoying. I'm not going to lie. Knight C5. Hold on. We got to move. Knight C5 and then King H7 and Knight E6. There are some chances. Huge moves. That's why he plays Bishop E6.
He stops that. Yeah,
he didn't like that. I didn't like that. E4? Hold on. E4. Where does your knight go? You take, I go rook A3 and Knight B4. Ouch.
Ah, nice.
Knight C5
nice move.
Yeah, he probably should have went for this. Just give it up. Move the rook and then Maybe stay behind him. Knight c5 is the move he chose, saying,
You
please.
can actually take and play knight f6 to play knight e4 next move to attack the
Very
pawn on
strong.
c5. Rook to f2 is another threat.
Very strong. Yeah, this is very scary. I like it. I like it. Does he go for it? Let's see. Rook e7.
Okay, the pawn on e3 is hanging. Can I push this pawn? Can I push it?
Wait, this is check. But he's just allowing it because of this. And like there's almost a mate.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
You can defend. He went knight f1. Oh, repeat? No.
White is running out from the moves, but I think at some point White can push e4 because if you take the knight on c5 and then try to get on e4 pawn, then knight on d5 is also hanging.
Yeah, rook e2. Okay, there's something else.
He's waiting for something.
And knight c4. Ouch. Don't like this move. There's so much activity. It really does not feel like you're a pawn as White.
Yep, White wants to trade the rooks, but Black keeps the pieces on the board. That makes a lot of sense because in that case, White will have less chances to make a draw.
Yeah, rook f5 defending too as well. Want to keep the pieces on. Don't want to take that draw. Knight c4 played.
King to f2 to make sure that the e3 pawn is no longer hanging, and maybe he can play knight to d2 to try to trade the knights now.
As it looks like we have that now, but is he giving a pawn back? Takes.
Can you play knight b2? Knight b2. If you play rook c3, then knight d1.
Oh, that was tricky. Knight d1. Yeah, that was definitely gonna be played by somebody. Somebody was gonna get hit with that knight d1. Ooh, that's a nice one. But now we have just a draw, it looks like. With Black having queenside majority. Hold on here. Queenside majority is better in the end games. And I have a king already active enough. I am going to give this to Black, actually. Believe it or not.
Thinking this is so weird, is not it? Like, if he moves the king away, then rook c7 is hanging. He gives it up.
That was a very interesting way to give that up. Very interesting.
But now the king is cut it. The king is cut it, and to push the pawns on the queen side is less dangerous for White.
Yeah, no, we now have king d5, and we can walk up. I mean, Black probably has a slight, as you see, engines like slight, but a very slight. But I don't believe in the chances. Wait a second. Rook a4,
rook
though.
c3. Rook c3.
And probably centralize. But then you can just check and kick me back. Yeah, I think I'm going to call draw.
Yeah.
But we'll see. You never know. Never know. Bortnik. Let's check this Bortnik game again. And Kirill is beating Bortnik here. Beating Bortnik. What is the next idea? We do have the knight coming into d1, followed by knight c3 and rook e1.
Ooh, there's some checkmate ideas like that. So he plays rook to d2 to stop knight d1 happening. You can play rook d4 here, but he first steps the king inside.
Just to be able to step out of checks. And knight d7, don't fall forward.
Yeah. King c6, I think.
Just go back, right? Like, okay, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
Can you go
My
back
bad.
to...
Sorry, man.
Maybe rook d5? No, who goes rook c6? This is getting a bit weird. Black made this last...
strange, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do we do about this?
Knight d7 and rook f8 to try to... But he took the pawn on the way.
Looks like he's slipping. If rook takes rook c2, okay, that's cute. Whoa, knight d7? That was not a move, apparently. I mean, it was a really bad move. Look at the engine, say how bad that is. How is it that bad? Really, you just move the rook? I don't understand. Wow, that's really bad move.
Because really then bad. If you move the rook away...
Knight d1, right?
Yeah, knight d1, knight c3, rook d1 then.
Yeah, he played that instantly.
And how you're going to save the king.
Like that, but then rook here. Oh, he gets the piece. Knight c5, king c6, knight d3. No, he's okay. He's able to get out of it. Check, king somewhere, and knight d3.
e4 then?
But then knight f2 or b2. What is this? How are you defending? There's a check. How could you do this? Rook back. Somehow he's defending.
And E3 now. E3, 2.
Yeah, there's just no way you're getting out of that. Oh, okay,
Oh, he
cool. I'll
goes
take
with
it.
92.
That's a clean one. That's a clean one. That's a clean one.
Yep, nicely played with black.
Very clean.
It's just taking out the pawn. You can get the rook at the right place and then push the pawn. Any of the pawn, he has 2 pass pawns.
Even
And
bring
he
the
can
rook
find a
down.
way.
Right. There's also mating ideas, bringing the rooks to the first rank.
Or he might go also a rook c for giving back the exchange ideas.
I'm just saying I'm winning. E3. E2 is rook E5. We got rook E4.
Rook e4 maybe?
And then rook here.
He'll go rook c7, 96.
Yeah, the last trick. Last trick. He's going for it. Last trick. He's like, not today.
Done. Night is
Aha.
over.
Ha ha ha. You tried to get me, but I got
rook
you.
c4 was a brutal move.
And that's it. That's it. Kirill with the win.
Well. Wait,
Yes.
Hans won the game?
Oh,
'Cause-
Hans won? Let me see. He won the game. Yeah. With black. I was saying that he got the queen side majority and this and that, and he ended up winning the game. Oh man, Hans wins the game. 5.5 out of 7. I think Caro 4.5 out of 7.
Yeah, we haven't seen Nepa for a long time. He's having 4.5 out of 7. He started really good, but then he lost this weird game, blundered badly there, and we have Hans going to the next round alongside with Jeffrey as a leader, and Salem are together with Kirill Alesenko are chasing, and Hikaru has 4.5, and he's still keeping the chances together with rest of the people. So I think the round is over. Do we have more rounds, more games?
We have no more games, but the round is definitely over. Just finished up.
Okay, so it means that players are having now 3 minutes a break, and so we will also take the break for 3 minutes only. So don't go anywhere because we will be back in few minutes, and we're gonna see the last round of the Rapid Chess Championship. Welcome back. This is Rapid Chess Championship week 23rd, and we are having the action. Last 2 rounds is starting right now, and you can see 2 players in the same room. We don't very often see at our Zoom call to have 2 participants in the very same room facing each other with their computers, but here we have, and we do have Kirill Alyshenko with a blue t-shirt, and with a darker blue t-shirt we had Fedosiev, and seems like they are playing from the same room, and perhaps they're having some kind of chess camp training for some tournament.
Right, that's kind of fun, just hanging out with the bros and just having some fun, and actually of course playing chess in the same room in a high level event here, where it looks like where are they actually? Big Fish is Fedosiev and number 11. And looks like Alyshenko here is number 5 in the standings.
They're doing great.
Tearing it up. Yeah, they're tearing it up.
Together they can to accumulate the points. They might be the first place, but no, they are not doing in a teamwork. They are just playing from the same venue. And what's the game we're looking at?
Well, Jeffrey actually got a draw already in the standings. I think he drew, who was that? Let's see. He drew with Sam Savian. So there's already a draw at the top. So 6 out of 8. Hans actually has a big game where he could actually top over. So we're taking a look at this Hans game. Because if he wins, he would actually be first there. What's up, Krieger? It's good to see you in the chat.
Yeah, to go to the last round with the extra point, and it's a big advantage indeed. And by the draw, Jeffrey guaranteed himself to get to the knockouts tomorrow. If he could start making draws earlier, it could cost him a lot of things. But now I think he's at the safe spot.
Absolutely, I think he's in a safe spot here, right? Jeffrey was 6, especially drawing the last round too. He's definitely making it into tomorrow. No problem at all. It's all about making it to the knockouts tomorrow. Bishop d3, playing bishop f5 check is the idea. Maybe we'll see a g6. But I actually like Jan's position over Hans.
King of6.
All right,
Brave
what
king.
Aggressive player. It's like, yo, man, put the king in the center like that. Knight takes, bishop takes is coming. Maybe even a g4. Then d4. All kinds of 4 here. Takes, d4, g4.
I do like d4. Knight d4, stopping that happening. You can play rook e1 first. There's also some kind of threats like to take on d4, bishop b7.
Rook. F1 doesn't threaten anything. Maybe g3, but I mean, here's g5. Really, yeah, exactly. He doesn't threaten anything, but it looks good. What a move! I mean, Hans is like, man, so strong here as he just everything's all cemented in there, and the bishops aren't doing what you want them to do. Like, I mean, they are good, but he's not. He's not bad. Black is not bad. You know, it's okay. Interesting.
Yeah, well, I played it before here. Probably he wants to play c3 and then later on d4 to open up the bishops. But it seems like Hans is ready for that. After c3, where he is going to bring the knight.
Yeah, knight f5 because of d4, we have knight e3.
Nicely placed on f5, and rook e1 now still preferring d4.
d4, that's it. Yeah, I think Hans moved too quickly there. Maybe, I mean, d4 is like, wow, look at that. Engine says that's so bad. I'm curious to see what was the move then? What was the +2 if it wasn't d4? g3 was +2. What? Nobody's finding it. I mean, wow.
Nice.
I mean, the move, but yeah, for the magnitude of what the engine says it is insane, actually. He finds it now, but it's different.
You just
now
hit up the things.
Now it's -5. How is that? Chess is such a hard game. I mean, chess is so hard, bro. It's -5.
The bishop.
You lost a piece. What on earth? How is this even possible? Big Hans out here gonna get a dub against Jan Nepomniachtchi here.
Hans is rocking.
I mean, he's working. Yeah, he's gonna be first place. That's gonna put him in clean first. 6.5. Nobody's catching at this moment right now. Wow. King f7, and that's just a piece. That is it.
Yeah. And we see Nepo out of the picture. He has 6 minutes on the clock, not used without a piece. It's gonna be tough to play. It's also tough to resign. So he's gonna go 1 or 2 moves.
Yeah, smirking a little bit, a little smirk. I can't believe that. What am I doing?
Yeah, no, he's not thinking about the moves now. He's thinking what he did wrong.
Yeah.
That was not so bad position for him to lose a piece.
Yeah.
So early.
That's gonna put him at 4.5 out of 8, just over 50%.
Right.
Half out of 8. If he loses his game, which is likely that he will, very likely. Very likely.
Yeah, chess is a tough game. Really tough game.
This is hard, guys.
Especially when you play against hands who you never predict anything from that person.
That's true. Extremely strong, as we know. Climbed his way up to 26 and some change.
He's having an amazing year. He's having an amazing year. Yeah. He won all the possible tournaments he played off the board, over the board, online. He's doing great. He's really tough, and he's also a very creative player. He's not following some kind of rules. He creates his own rules, and he forces us to follow those rules.
Yeah, you're right. That does work. You're right, sir. Excuse me. Sorry. I will cooperate. Yeah. Queen h5, hitting h7. Yeah, this is a Hikaru game here. How's Hikaru doing? 4.5. Where's he at in standings? That puts him in 7th. So he wants to win here, which would put him higher. Is 500 in bullet good? I mean, you know, it's better than 300, right? It's better than 300, so.
What's the better?
Better.
Yeah, it's down to 2 minutes. You don't see that very often happening. And after queen to h4, is black going to long castle, and he just castled right now. And he can bring the rook on g8 next move and hit the pawn on g2.
Might have just sidestep. Ooh, this is not pretty. This is not a pretty position.
And you don't even have the move g3, because after rook g8, these 2 rooks can simply take the pawn on g3. F2 pawn is pinned. Oh, wow.
So knight f3 or knight c4 back to e3. We need something. And so he goes knight f3, down some time. Doubling.
What is his plan after rook g8? Is he going to play knight e1?
You're right. Yep. That's about right. What else can we do? King h1, do we just let him take it? Maybe you go king h1. It's funny, but the knight's hanging. But I mean, that is risky. And, you know, Salem, and he sacked. We've seen what he did before. Like, he's sacking pieces. He don't care about none of that. But of course, there he is. Rook g8. So bishop g5. Interesting. So he's hitting the bishop or the knight. That's not a good move, apparently, from the engine. But why? Let's see why. What? h6? No, it can't be h6.
Rook h6, rook g2, and then what happens?
Yeah, exactly. Let's just get out of the way.
So bishop e7 makes a lot of sense. Now h6 is a serious threat, because, you know, if you take the knight take with the bishop and queen is under attack. So he goes king h1 now. h6 is on the board. Engine is lazy to move. It says it's equal.
Equal. Yeah, it's equal. You know what I mean? It's equal. Yeah, it's equal, bro. Rook takes, queen takes this check, and then queen takes f6. It's the idea here.
King e7.
Wow, what a sequence. I would think that you are absolutely ridiculously crazy. But then at the same time, when you see that the king gets to e7, and it works, you're like, what's my next move? And you're like, how is this even?
Oh, Hikaru would absolutely play this kind of ideas.
Exactly. Because, like, how do you get to the king? That's so kind of crazy.
He believes that king belongs in this square or in 2 or e7.
Of course he does. Speed run, long cloud, speed run there. Delayed long cloud. King d7, e7. Knight to d8, defending e6. And b3, maybe intention c4, c5, d1, d6.
Yeah.
He's allowing capture on g2 because we get 2 rooks for the queen. But
that would be so good for whites to get rid of this double rooks, which are creating so much tension on the king side. So, he's going for that. Black is going for that.
He said, give me the queen in. Go ahead, do it. And he said, no. Wow, rook g1, takes. He just said, take this. Interesting. Knight takes. What's the piece count? 2-4 or pawn count? 2-4-5.
Pawn down.
4-5. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's
Bishop g5. Bishop goes on f4 to be beautifully placed in the center on the king side.
Is there 493? Go back.
We have to find a good square for the knight on d8. He goes on f7. Is he going to d6, f5,
Very
h4?
possible. Very possible. Ooh,
One
that's a
way,
nice
another
sequence.
way. Yeah, another way is bishop f4, knight g4, knight g5.
Oh, bishop f4, okay, and then knight g5 coming in. Like the idea. Knight to f3, stepping out the way. Agent hated this move. Why? Maybe just knight g5. Take with the h pawn. Rook d8. Okay, I move. And so what?
Rook d8.
I mean, that's too risky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? After queen, for instance, queen c2 to guard also the c2, c3 pawn. Now knight g5. You can take the knight with the f knight because rook d2 will be so unpleasant in some of the cases.
Yikes.
And if you take with the h knight, then h takes g and h file is open. Your king is there. My king is far. So that's gonna be very, very tough for White's king to hide.
Hikaru is playing a very strong player, and Salim is an absolute beast. As we know, it's not easy to play him. Knight takes is definitely an initiative to black, 100%. And I think it's you have to do it. You have to take with one of the knights, and it looks like the H knight.
Oh, can he do knight g1 to go passive?
Man, knight g1, you can. I can't believe you can do this. Knight g1. And just like, not for long. Not for long. It's a -7, but I don't see the move.
-7.
What's the move? Huh? Oh, no, yeah.
Queen e8, and queen h5.
Oh, wow. What a secret move. King g2, queen h5. Yikes. Yeah, that hurts.
And okay, rook g8 then.
It's going to hurt. And what happened? Oh, knight g5. He went knight g1. And then rook d2. What just happened there?
Rook d2?
So he did it a different way. Oh, he went the other knight. He went the other one. That's how rook d2 happened. And he takes, and now queen over, and somehow he's defending. But not for long, bro. This can't, like, how is he defending this? How on earth is he able to save this? Bishop f4. Queen f1 looks like the move, and then queen f3 and queen g2. Like, he's holding on by a hair.
He's holding up. How about knight rook f2 to get the
I was
pawn?
just about to say that. Wait, rook f2? Is that game over?
Rook h2?
Take this? Rook f2 right now.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Rook f2. You just take it. And wait, that's not it? Queen takes. This was mate. So, like, what is the move then? Maybe there's a check
rook
or
g8, rook g8, rook
oh,
g8.
there's checks. There's checks. Wow, you're mated. Unbelievable. Wow, there's tricks in here for real. Queen f1? That's nuts. So he's actually threatening this right now. That's why this is so tricky. Look at that. He's threatening it right now.
Oh, he's the one. Rook e2. Stop the queen. Rook e2.
Rook e2. Oh, that hurts.
a6, king b8, king a7. No, it's not the same.
And queen f3. Yeah, it's not there yet. Salem in a think tank. Gonna need a miracle save now. This is a miracle save. I believe so. I mean, this feels vicious. Like, it feels like you're absolutely getting mated, but it feels like you're so close to mating white, and queen g2 is going to be a nice consolidation move. No, wait. I can play rook takes f2 steal at the right moment. Check apparently is losing. King g2.
Wait. b5 there? You played b5?
He played b5. Yeah, he did.
Crazy.
b5, stopping queen
crazy.
c4. Right, and if queen takes, you got queen takes h3. He had to just stop the check. What a beast.
Wow.
An absolute beast. That's just creative. Queen h1. Rook f2 still doesn't work anymore. Rook d1. Is that a queen trappage? Knight g1. Wow.
Queen e2.
How are you saving this?
Oh.
What? I mean, this is ridiculous. How are you saving this? Queen e2? How are you saving it? Like, it's not even possible, but Hikaru is somehow saving the game. Queen e2.
Yeah, you have the feeling when you see how he defends, like he's bringing the extra pieces from the other board. Like he's bringing pieces from nowhere.
Yeah, like he's somehow making this a much closer game than what we saw in the last few moves here. Salem still in the tank. Bishop E3. I knew he was going to find some kind of move, and now it's reversed. White is winning. You have to be kidding me. Queen E1 spotted instantly, hitting both of these. You have lost this game. No. I am molding. I would be. I mean, look at this. Anything you move, I do knight takes F4, right? And then I take here. You go bishop G5. Cool. I take that too.
No, this cannot be the end for Salem in this way. Bishop E3.
What a blunder, boy. What he out-tricked the trickster. I think I've done that before in many games. When you like, well, let's do it this way. You want to do it so clever and precise, and you want to do it the cute way.
Spend 1 minute for this or 2 minutes for this Bishop E3 to find the worst move. Wow.
To find the absolute worst move.
No,
yeah, that hurts.
Salem, why you did that?
You're thinking, yeah, I've done that before, and you find the worst move. Yikes! And Hikaru's going to turn this one. This is a big turnaround. Oh my goodness! Let's get this off
the queen.
Get this off the board right now.
This hearts. Let's get over.
I mean, hold on, big fella. We got to get this off the board. This is a family channel here. Grishuk is check, and G4 is mating. Should be mating almost. King F4 maybe. White to move. Check king here. Check king there. G4 king there. G4. It's not mate. It's not mate.
I'm not over yet. He played B5. It was such a brilliant way.
That B5, right? B5 and stopped it. Bishop E3, blunder, super blunder. All the blunders in one move.
No.
Bishop E3, game over. Yeah, he got away with that one. Hikaru stole that game. Bishop E5.
Hikaru was a Grinch in that game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Stole it from Salem. Queen G7. Now it's a huge threat. Queen G6 seems to be the only move, but then Queen goes on D8.
Or even D8. But Queen G8 there, actually. Queen 8.
And then Queen F6.
Yes, correct.
But then there's no checkmate threat, though.
Bishop here and Bishop G5 and F5. He loses the queen. Puzzle rush. Oh, that's even better. Wait, no, it's not. Oh, he got the knight, but I think he could have with Bishop G7 and F5 won the queen, actually.
Yeah.
Is, if you do puzzle rush every day, which I do, you actually can find. You'll see that.
Do you like to do puzzle rush?
Every single day we do puzzle rush survival. I try to do 50 in a row before we do anything else. So that here is back here. It was nice. It was nice. Oh, he won the game. Nice. Is this Grisham winning? Nice. Oh, nice. Nice win for Grisham. Right here, right? I think it was this. He took the knight instead, didn't he? Oh, he did this. Check here. Right here in H5, F5. You pick up the queen. Immediate. Very cute way to pick up the queen there. King takes.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Save.
Yeah, you're probably gonna see one day in the puzzle rush, this very position.
Exactly. And round 8 up. That should be it. On round 8, where Han's sitting up at the top, chilling, about to take a draw in the last round, like it's whatever. I'm a cruise into Sunday. Jeffrey probably too. Alisenko as well. Hikaru maybe not. Well, yeah, I mean 5.5. Yeah, a lot of draws could be taken here.
Yeah. Hans, I think Hans gonna play against Alisenko. I don't remember. No, Sam.
Thanks, Sam.
He's playing against Sam Samian. All right, but Sam, how many points Sam has?
Sam has 5.5.
Okay.
And we got ourselves a Roy. Bonet's over the draw. Yeah, and Sam offered a draw. They got out of there. Yeah, so they got up out of there. 7 out of 9. He's qualifying. He's going in. Let's see if Jeffrey, are they doing the same thing over here? Big Fish offered a draw. They up out of there. Yeah, they up out of there. All right, Salem in here. Yeah, is it a draw? Okay, they're going to play this one out.
Oof, I love the tournaments when you can go in the last game and offer a draw. The opponent accepts that. That means that you played very, very nicely.
Yeah, he's like, all right, cool, good. 94 takes 92.
Oh, we do have a lot of questions about Salim in the chats. So I can answer that he's a grandmaster from United Arab Emirates. And there was a time when he was also a streamer. He was streaming way long ago when pandemia started. Oh, hold on, what's going on now? Like, just
hold up.
Sacrifice to peace?
Right. He lost his mind. Yeah. Salem lost his mind in the last round. That's what he did. Sometimes you lose your mind in the last round. You just put the queen on f3 and take the extra pawn, even g3.
Oh, he has the effect of the previous game. He didn't get over of that. Yeah. And his opponent is Liam. So tough opponents to try your best against.
Especially stacking the pieces. This man calculation is off the chain. Liam Lay is very strong. Queen f3, g3. These moves are queen f3 breaks the pin, obviously. Oh, 94. Nice little. Let me look at that. Like, even better. Now I get the g5 pawn in there. He pre-moved that. He saw that one coming. And knight takes g5. I mean, yeah, the king's on f2, but I have pawns in the center. The bishop can move. I mean, you see a lot of this in the French defense, actually.
Right, and your king is not safer, actually. White king can be safe on h2 square, and your king on e8, not so safe.
That's right. In fact, even with bishop c4, rook f1 ideas, this is a type of king's gambit hybrid in a way, which looks really nice for white, I believe.
Somebody saying that Naka already made a draw. That's right. He ended the game, and
he is 6 out of 9.
Okay.
6 out of 9 there. I think you have to move the bishop, weirdly enough. You can't take because of f5. Oh, wait, you can take with the knight. Yeah. And then bring knight f3. That was the whole idea in the first place. Knight f3, bishop d3, or c4. Good job. Bishop d3 stops this.
Yeah, very active pieces. White can also start to push the pawn in the center. e4 to get more space advantage. Rook f1, king g1, and you could just castle here.
I mean, this is a great game. Maybe rook g1. g4? Come on now. No, don't do that. If you go g4...
Too extreme.
I'm playing g4. There, let's go. Let's go, Liam. Let's go. I knew he had it in him. I knew it. g4 for the score. We don't care. We're not scared of nothing. Bishop e5 or like bishop h2.
I think bishop e5 here. If you play f6, then I can play back, and you have this pawn on f6. It's not very often lovely piece.
There's actually some strange tactics here, and of course, I'm Salem out, always with tactics. Bishop e5, f6, bishop h2 runs into queen h6, I think, which hits e3. He plays queen d2. I understand. There was some weird tactics in here. There's also like h5 and bishop g3. I understand the queen d2 move 100%. It's a lot of tactics. How I can move that boy.
Yeah, although if you have to play queen d2, spending some time for that to find this move, it means to me that g4 was not the move that Liam is now satisfied with.
He's like,
maybe he would play something else.
Right, maybe I should have played something else, right? But g4 definitely felt right. And it played it, but then it's like, well, maybe not anymore. It did feel great. But if we can move the bishop and get a few moves here, then we're good to go, I think, in all cases. Now, we can actually move the bishop and not worry about this with a tempo. So maybe I could go bishop h2. Queen h6 does hit h3, which is a very weird situation.
Maybe bishop g3 to avoid queen h6, bishop h4 checks too.
I hate h5 there, though. h5 is very strong. He played bishop h2. Bishop g3 runs into h5. Which is like, what do I even do after that? Because the bishop's like loose, hitting g4. Bishop h2, I understand, and queen h6 is hitting the pawn. The question is he actually going to take this? And it is stuck. There it is, h5 though. h5 immediately? Anyway, oh, because queen g2. Man, this is a game, boy. Salem is relentless. g5.
Yeah, but then what happens after rook g1? Actually, I thought rook g1 and then open up the g file, but he closes the g file instead.
I thought the same thing. g1.
I can't take bishop g5. That's crazy.
And he would do it just because that's why it's crazy. That's why he would do it. Rook g1, queen h6. I think he's okay. Somehow he's getting out of it.
I was thinking about bishop e3 there. Bishop e3.
After bishop takes g5?
Yeah. Rook g1 and bishop e3.
g1. Queen h6.
No, bishop e3 instead.
Oh, instead of, oh yeah, bishop e3. Wow. Ooh. Queen takes. Knight.
Queen. Yeah, okay. No, queen
Something like-
d1. That was my
Right.
thought, but
What is this? Oof. This is spicy. We almost got it. Almost. It's like,
No. You take,
you take the rook,
first.
right?
So
You
it's
take
like,
the rook,
yeah.
Take the rook. All right, let me refresh that. What happened? Nothing. G5. Oh, he took the pawn on h3. What is this nonsense? He's allowing bishop e5. He says, I'm going to play f6. I mean, it's sharp position. If pawn takes, I have queen g2. Bishop e5, f6, rook takes, pawn takes e5. I don't know what's going on here.
Very tough position. White's king is in the center, not castle, can't castle. Black's king is there too. White is winning here. There is a blunder. Bishop e5, I think. E4.
Yeah, he played it, but then knight b4. Like, this is strange. Maybe even have bishop b4 first, and then queen moves and something. Queen c2 is okay. Then can't go knight f4.
You know what? After knight b4, bishop e5, and f6, you can take bishop f6 in that case. And after bishop f6, queen to b4.
Oh, yeah, let's see that. Knight b4, bishop e5,
bishop e5,
f6, boom,
bishop f6.
Takes, and queen b4. Nice idea here. I don't know.
Bishop c3.
What is this? Like, there's stuff everywhere right now. Bishop e7, but queen b7.
No, bishop c8.
What? This is insane.
No, bishop c8.
Oh, bishop c8 right here.
Yeah.
And then takes. I can think I run though. I'm able to run to e3. My king is on e3. And he undeveloped, and there's also mate on e7. Oh my goodness. This is so much. How much time is on the board? Wow. e4 and Salem in the think tank here. This is +5. What a position. Hans in first place though, and it looks like nobody is catching Hans. Congrats to Hans. Hans Niemann, 7 out of 9 wins today's rapid RCC, Rapid Chess Championship, brought to you by Coinbase. He wins today.
He truly deserves that. He had such an amazing games alongside with Jeffrey. Jeffrey also did the great job today. These two players indeed deserves win the competition, but we can have only one winner here. And also second, just to be in the top 3 players, it's amazing. But after all, we need 8 players for tomorrow's knockout tournament, and those 8 players will be very happy to qualify.
This is why he decided to play on here. And by the way, on the board, we actually do have a variation of what we looked at, but he took with the pawn instead. I guess his idea is I'm just going to tuck and roll with the king over here, and you have 2 pieces hanging in the end, h3 and e7 as well. Queen g2 doesn't do anything. This one's going to end. Where's Liam in the standings? This is actually going to knock. This might knock Salem out of it.
9. So if he wins this, he might get.
Yeah, that's going to put him in 7th, and Salem would be 8th. But Vukar is still playing. Yeah, let's actually see what Vukar is doing. And he's losing. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, I need time to catch up. Engine says eval is equal. What does it look like on the board? 3, 6 pawns, 3, 6, 7. 7 pawns, 7 pawns, right? Okay, yeah, this is even. Bishop's bad. 2 knights. I like white, actually, with f5.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat talks about, again, Salem and his streaming. Yes, he was streaming very long ago. 4 years ago. For me, it was long ago, actually. It is long ago. And yeah, he was, I remember that he was actually looking for the logo that he wanted to choose the logo. He wanted between some falcons he wanted to choose because it's like some kind of symbol of his country. And then, yes, I know he did not continue for a long time streaming career because, yeah, when you're training so much and you're playing competition, some of the open tournaments, then you need a lot of time and hours to work out and work on your openings or whatever you need to work on. So I think that was mainly the reason why he stopped. And also Hans was streaming. He was one of us. just some time before, but now he's one of them and playing is winning this tournament.
And he does stream sometimes from time to time, Chad, as you do know, if you've seen Hans' stream. Hans does stream when he can. But yeah, correct. Went from one of us to one of them. Right. Bishop F8. Bishop H6 check is a nasty check here. And then Bishop F4 and then takes and queen takes and knight takes and then knight takes. And that's with check. Bro, his tactics are insane. I love tactics myself. Even though his position is losing. I mean, when he's on fire, he's on fire. But when it's bad, right? Like in the last game with Hikaru, he was winning and then immediately blundered in a tactical position, very sharp. I think that's a problem with mine as well. But here it's just, lost, right? There's a nice little tactic with Bishop H6 check.
He did very badly last time with his dark square bishop against Hikaru. So
look at this move, Katie. Did you see that? F7 bishop here and pick up the full rook, the whole rook, and nothing but the rook. Oh my goodness. Yikes. That's crazy. But now he has this check and then king F2. What is going on? Hold up. Bishop takes check, king F2, bishop takes F3. King takes. And he's still okay. Unbelievable. Takes check.
White has extra exchange, I think, in that situation.
Wait, he has to take here. Sorry. Takes here.
Mm-hmm.
And what if he takes the rook? Oh, this is crazy. Just so much going on. I don't understand. There's too many moves and not enough time. Maybe just
not
take
enough
this.
time. But to be honest, this 4 minutes is enough for Liam to look all these variations, calculate everything, and come up with a Jim Hans. Just subscribe the chat.
Hans in the chat. Big fella. He's swinging. Somebody put him down. They can't put him down. He in the chat. What up, bro? Hey, congrats.
Never returning. Sticking to it.
Right. Never returning. I'm sticking and winning, bro.
Well done. Congratulations indeed. And now he is here in the chats. Surprises, everyone. That's too much surprises from Hans today.
Yeah, Hans don't have time, bro. He's studying 10 hours a day, dog. You don't got time. You don't have time. That's why he's 2,700 though, almost. Check.
Yep. All right, what's happening here? White is now attacking the bishop on h6 and
h7 is coming. Knight g5, knight e6.
2 active pieces for white.
And this knight is actually pretty short on spaces too.
Right, and Black's bishop has not too much of these squares. Like if you go bishop c1, maybe that's a try to go for the queenside pawns. But then you can't really stop rook h7 and rook b7 happening. And you're just dropping all the pawns on the queen side.
Yep, dropping them all. Gumdrops there. G-dub with the prime there. Thanks for the prime over here. See what Gracie's doing as we bounce around a little bit. Wow, this pawn is very annoying. C3 looks like it's hanging too as well. Interesting. Rook d2 and rook takes b2 with rook c2. No, that's defended. Yeah, I think this is equal, especially if he gets this pawn. Wait a second, that was a good move. I don't know about equal anymore. Hold on. Who's left? This is the Liam game. Okay, check did happen. Bishop c1 did happen, by the way. And check, it takes hitting the knight. Knight takes.
And you can take another pawn. You know what? If somehow knight, that's gonna be.
You see that, right? Knight e1, knight e1. Mate, guys.
Have you ever made any illegal move over the board, Chess?
An illegal move? In blitz games, yes. In blitz games. Not in classical chess. Never, ever made an illegal move. But of course, there's illegal moves we saw with Sam yesterday. That was absolutely crazy. I mean, his mind just wasn't there. He made the illegal move. I think he was just moving fast. And he said something about the queen supposed to.
He thought that queen h1 was.
Yeah.
I also thought it was queen h1 check, and I didn't understand why he played king c1. He didn't see the board.
Yeah, he touched the king and went king c2 made an illegal move. And that's not a move, big fella. That cost the game. Sucks. That hurts, especially at that level like that. Like you see, never happens, but it does happen sometimes.
Yeah, in his case, it was very bad to move with the king. There are some cases when because of the new rule, that for the illegal move, you're not losing the game immediately. You still have some chances. But in his case,
it was a loss. Yeah, he had to move his king, and then there was a queen b2 check, and then queen takes b3 check, up a piece, and winning, and queening in a few, which was game over. Because he had to move the king anyway. It was rough. King d3, wait a second. Oh, yeah, what do you do? What's up? Right, or one of these, right? What do you do? Yeah, that's a resi, hard resi, resignation. That's
You're
it.
just losing a piece.
That's it. He's losing a piece. Yeah, that's it. Losing both of them. He goes there. Any tricks? You gotta always watch him. He's gonna take it, right?
Not really.
Mate, no mate. Okay, all right. We're not getting mated. We're good.
Wow, imagine he had 4 out of 4. He was very, very in a good shape, and he showed so many good games. But I think he just got exhausted in the last 2 rounds.
Yeah.
He made some very crucial mistakes, and he lost the games. And it's gonna be so heartbreaking to see him not qualified to the knockouts.
Yeah, actually, let's see where that puts him at. Yeah, that put him in 13th. Wow, Salem was like the guy for 3-4 rounds in a row, and now doesn't even qualify. Doesn't even qualify.
That's really tough. But who do we have here already? Oh, we actually know all the 8 players, because all of them have played 9 rounds.
9 rounds, that's right.
Okay.
Right. Looks like Hans, Jeffrey, we got Elisenko, Hikaru made it in, Sam Sabian, Liam Lay, Big Fish, Fair Chess, which is on Draken, and of course we have a few other players that tie breaks wise, not sure. They might be able to. Let me see what this guy has. Oh, they all finished 5 out of 8. His tie breaks are 20. Yeah, so this is a huge game. This could knock some people out here. Grishik and Vukar have good tie breaks. So if whoever wins, somebody wins, exactly, yeah, they can have time to save it there. QT Jelly, I see that. Yeah, that's interesting.
And it's equal position.
Yeah, equal position, but with no time on the clock for Grishik, or under a minute. In fact, very close for Vukar too as well, almost under a minute here. Queen F1, take those, 93. Hold on, that's a pawn, right? Hold on, nab a pawn from you here?
But the pawns on the 5d5 are hanging right now. If white gets d5 pawn, that's going to be very good. Can I take and push d5 next? But then black kings goes on the way. King f8, right. King e7, and stops the pawn.
So annoying. Yeah, he gets in. Rook d4 though. At least we get something. But he says, I'm gonna get one too. We went this route as well. Maybe check and try to push. Very clever. Very, very clever.
Yeah.
Push.
Well, actually, if Grishik wanted to go after a7 pawn, he should never push the pawn from d4, because those pawns were guarding each other. And in case of draw, none of them can qualify?
You know, that's a great question. That would be 5.5 would be, let me see, Fair Chess is number 8, and Fair Chess has, and I have to pull this thing over here. 1 second, I gotta like, there it is. Okay, so
the chat says,
yeah, he
unless the game ends in a draw, in this case, no one qualifies, so.
Okay. Interesting. They got some good tie breaks there too. Oh, this is not the game. This is a different game? They're still playing though. Go back to Grishik's game. Hope Grishik gets in. Something happened. What happened? Wait, wasn't this a draw? Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait,
no, he was actually
seconds. Wasn't this?
No, he was actually getting worse and worse after giving up the pawns on D and E.
I mean, we were gone for like a few seconds. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, we were gone. All these moves happened in literally seconds. And it's a draw by repetition. Wow.
No, come on.
Yeah, it was just
Black was winning now?
Yeah, Black was definitely winning somewhere in there. And Grishik does not qualify, but Vukar does. Knocks and Draken out of it.
What a dramatic end of the tournament. Who would imagine that Salem could not qualify after 4 out of 4? And also Grishik playing really tough at the beginning. I thought he had no chances, but he turned out to had a chance in the last game. He could qualify, but he made an accident draw. He repeated the position 3 times, and it was, ended in a draw. And we have here Hans winning the tournament with 7 out of 9. And also Jeffrey. We have to shout out to Jeffrey here for amazing performance. 6.5 out of 9, got the 2nd place, and we do have all the 8 players now. For tomorrow, they will get ready to play in the knockout system.
Absolutely, I think everybody's ready to go. We have a draw tomorrow, a knockout tomorrow. This last game being a draw is actually the critical moment, game wise. That actually could have been. This is a critical moment where. If I think if Grisham would have won this, obviously he would be qualifying. It knocks him down to 10 here, but his repetition here that Vucard understood. I think he understood his tie breaks and he was doing fine. As this being critical, F3 takes, King F4, Rook F8, King Rook C1, King G2, and we just perpetuate out. Perpetual. If King H3, there's checkmate, obviously on H2, and if King H1, I mean maybe King takes. But is that mating? Let's actually look at that real quick. King here takes. I wonder if he just queens. It's not mating. It's close. It's very close, but we aren't able to mate. I think he just runs away. Yeah, but with this being a draw, that clinches it. Yeah. Let me just take the pawn. But this clinches it for Vucard, and Vucard is now able to qualify going into the finals or tomorrow.
Yeah, there was indeed the most critical moment of the last round, and can we call this as a Coinbase critical moment?
Right. Yeah.
we can call it. Do you think that Grisha couldn't find this winning way, and that's why, or it was just an accident?
Yeah, it was just an accident actually in here. I think there was no, in fact, if Vucard was even winning. So for Vucard, he was actually supposed to win this back here, right here, right around here. He was winning, but all he needed was a draw, which I think he understood. And also, it's hard to try to figure this out too as well. Maybe he just needs to bring the king around. Actually, here, maybe here, or like. I
was thinking of G3, King G4 to sneak on H4 square to get this.
Oh, to get around this way. Get this pawn, but then you maybe not be able to get out due to the check. But then there's Zugzwang, but the king has to move. Yeah, this is a hard position, right? It's a very difficult in game. Actually, let's go back and look at this. It says G3. Wow. Actually, in fact, let me go back here. This is all winning. King E1 and G3. So you play King G1, G3 is correct. King F1, and you're supposed to play Rook F2
we need to give it
or Rook C3.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's the sequence. If we give it turn to white, and if it's white's to move now, king can go on G1 because it's a checkmate. King can go on E1 because it's F3, GF, and G2. And if rook leaves, then I'm just gonna take this C7 pawn.
Right.
So how are we gonna do that?
That's why it says rook C5. It says like any rook move actually, which is crazy. And then after King E1, King G1 again is the move. So King E1, Rook E5. And then King F1 and Rook E7. Wow.
Oh, nice.
Beautiful. This is hard to find. I mean, see how much time they have? Like, I mean, you're supposed to find all of this. And then the rook has to move off, and then you take the pawn, and it's a clean win from there. And then you could do anything after that. But this is what happened in the game. Let's refresh. Actually, what happened in the game was he could just walk the king up, and it seems simple. Like everyone's easy. Like G3, check, couldn't figure it out. Played F3, brought the king up, and then of course he had to take it here. Rook takes could be played, but that's just a draw as well, especially after rook's defending through the king through the check. So check King G2, check back and forth, and it makes a draw. And after a draw by repetition, Vucard is taking the last spot into tomorrow's knockout.
That's right. What a beautiful game and very nice end game for us to see. That was possible to win in that way. And here we have all the players already. We know the pairings as well. So those are the players facing each other. We see that Hans going to play against Rasulov, Sam going to play against Hikaru. Then we have Liam also qualified. Actually, we have seen only his one game today. He I think started really poorly at the beginning, but then won some of the games in the end. And the most important last game against Salem, he's playing against Kirill, and we do have Jeffrey and Vladimir playing against each other. That's going to happen tomorrow. And let's take a look at the knockout formats, because that's also very interesting. What will be the format? We're going to have 8 players, and the time control will be different, 10 plus 2. So do you think that this time control gonna be a game changer for some of the participants?
Absolutely. In fact, you can't, well, not that you can't flag, but the risk of flagging. So if you're losing and you're just like, oh, I'm going to flag him, that's out the window, because you can't do that. In fact, especially with the 2-second increment every move, I make some few checks, I make a few waiting moves, I get time, I win the game. So the increment makes a huge difference, which means you do have to bring your A game and all the letters in the alphabet game to be able to come out and be, number one in a single elimination knockout with these strong A players.
Right. So we're going to take a look at all the actions tomorrow. Let's take a final look at the leaderboard and look at the players we have here. We see a lot of American players leading this list over here, and some of the players have last 2 weeks to catch up. They still have the chances. You can see especially the players like Nadirbek, Hase, Parham, and Jan. They can still try their best, but they have to play the next week competition and try to get into knockout system, and then to win, to get more and more Grand Prix points, because any Grand Prix point here costs you a lot of $1,000, which is really amazing. So I think we can call it a day. And thank you so much, James, for being here with me and to do this lovely job. I very much enjoy the process, and thanks very much to our producer Matt to put the things together and run the show. And of course, big thanks goes to our chat, those who were being here with us all the time alongside with our moderators. And final words can go to you, and you can just call it a day.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much. It was a pleasure, Ketty, and everybody here. What's going on? Thanks for the raid there, Planet Chess Club. Thanks for everybody that subbed today and gave love and watched. All of you at home, RCC. We got more content tomorrow. I'll be on with Anna Rudolph tomorrow. We enjoyed Ketty's commentary today, as we always do. And we enjoyed your company as well, guys. So we'll see you guys tomorrow on the next show, and have a good one, everybody.
Bye.
The Rapid Chess Championship is brought to you by Coinbase. Whether you're looking to make your first crypto purchase or you're an experienced trader, Coinbase has you covered. You can earn crypto by learning about crypto at Coinbase.com. Explore DeFi and Web3 with your Coinbase wallet. Get exclusive rewards when you spend with your Coinbase Card, and much more. Learn more at Coinbase.com/chess and get $10 in Bitcoin when you sign up and verify your account. Check them out. Use the command sponsor or command Coinbase today, and go to Coinbase.com to get that Bitcoin, baby.
you.